And we are live.
It's hard to
We're
get
live?
8
All right,
people's
let me tab
schedules
out.
on par.
Very
It's just really
true.
hard.
Very true.
Wait, what?
Hi.
Let me
We're
tap
talk-
out.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm not doing the queue again.
I'm happy for next week.
I
Because
bet.
this DMing one show every 2 weeks is bullshit. I miss torturing everyone.
Sorry.
Well, confirmed right now, HB Fox is rolling a new character.
I mean, it is completely
Don't put
possible,
that in the
depending on what
universe.
y'all do.
Don't put that
Y'all,
out there.
your little Phoenix friend may not be around for much.
No.
The first gatekeeper is Minako deciding to just not let go.
I'm the decider.
That's
Kelly
the first
is
check.
the sweetest of us. She does not need to be taken.
It's always the cinnamon rolls that get targeted first.
She just wanted
doesn't
to deliver
deserve this.
mail, man.
I mean, no offense, but of all the people, I thought it would be Mina that would have put herself in a position where she would get killed first.
She didn't have her melee weapon.
Yeah, I have a feeling if she had her sword at that point, she probably would have went in first.
Yeah.
But Callie always has the thing of where she's got like 8 billion initiative, so.
And also 8 billion movement.
Yep. But how is everyone?
Dragon Age Day is so good.
What's that?
Good.
It's Dragon Age Day.
It is.
My
How is
brain
it?
is
I thought-
developing wrinkles.
How's the
I'll
Dragon
play
Age
it
Day?
for you.
December
Zoral.
4th
I'll
is
play it
Dragon
later.
Age Day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, December 4th is Dragon Age Day. Just like how N7, November 7th is Mass Effect Day.
But why December?
Of
Like I get
course,
the
why
December
N7.
Because Dragon Age, the A
VA.
can
Yeah.
resemble a 4. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
December 4th.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it.
It just
So-
now clicked in my head.
So
Yeah.
the only thing that they announced was that they are still working hard on the game and they'll have a lot more information throughout the entire next year to give out for the game. So I'm like, lots of info.
So in honor of Dragon Age Day, if I end up having to make a new character, I'll
No.
remake Estia
No.
for this game.
No.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm killing.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Personally, I loved Estia.
Me too.
I will murder her.
I just hear Shadow Fox echoing in Zoro's microphone. I'll just be like, no, no. And there's no collar to put on her this time.
How many times
I
have
will
me and Raven
spank a
tried to
bitch.
kill you? How many times have we tried to kill you?
Every episode.
Yeah.
Look, Tevinter did nothing wrong.
Look, all I have to do is push a button while she's sleeping.
We've skipped some levels.
No, you didn't.
You don't even know, dude. Don't talk. You weren't there.
The walking war crime. But
Wait, so Minako would get a friend?
she was worse than Minako.
No, I was like, she wouldn't like Minako. She wouldn't like anyone.
She probably killed Minako first because she's competition.
Yeah. It's very true.
But thankfully, Estia isn't here yet.
Who's peeking me on
Oh my
Discord?
God.
Leave me alone.
When we were last together 2 weeks ago, little grandma druid decided that everyone needed a team building exercise because the group was at each other's throats, mainly Reju's, and it wasn't looking good. So since in order to get the final medallion or pendant or whatever you want to call it from the druid tribe, Syra would need to go through a bit of a rite of ascension as to taking the reins as the new leader of the group, leader of the clan. And as a bit of training, her first task was managing people skills. So she thought of having she took you all to a nice waterfall. or so you thought.
It was going pretty good for a while.
But thanks to Snitch showing up fashionably late in his new dragon form, he was able to see a four-headed dragon monstrosity coming out of the waterfall. Lured by the smell of food, it slowly started to walk toward or descend towards the group, but thanks to a bunch of very creative means, you were able to distract it enough to get away. On your way back from your picnic, a bit of group arguing happened again. Syra ended up pouring out, I forget what she was pouring out. It was some form of liquid.
Alcohol.
My rum.
Yeah.
I was
It was-
saving
She decided to do, she tried
Zellark
to,
from his drinking problems.
decided to do an intervention for Zellark and pour his
Oh.
rum out into the sand, but instead it hit the foot of an invisible creature that had been stalking you for quite some time. A battle erupted between these strange puppet-like creatures and an Oni that was controlling them. Things did not go too well in the fight as the puppets and the Oni all ganged up on Callie, ending up pulling her into the sand, dragging her around for a couple 100 feet, and then throwing her out. Her body now, the flesh on her body now rubbed completely raw. A large hole in the side of her, in the right side of her body where a piece of, or half of a rib had been taken from her. Deciding that you need to get her back home, you tried to pick her up when her hand began to turn into sand and fall away. Due to some quick thinking by Mina, she implored her control earth spell, or mold earth spell, in order to hold the rest of Callie together. Getting back towards the camp, Syra, your grandmother informed you that this was the work of an Oni that had been stalking the tribe for quite some time by the name of Zoc. And as we pick up today, you're still in the same location. A few moments have passed after the information had been given to you about Zoc. You could see concern in your grandmother's eyes, Syra. Concern and confusion as she continues to examine Callie, but you could tell that she's not quite sure what to make of it. I don't like this. I've only come across something like this once before, and it did
What
not end well for the victim.
What was tried?
Simple rejuvenation magic we thought would work, but
Didn't?
no, it's, to our best guess, it's some curse or poison or disease. We're not entirely sure, but whatever it is, it acts fast, and within a few minutes of it being in the person's body, they become sand.
Did anyone? Do we have any means of removing curses?
We do, but oh, I hate to say this, we've got to one shot.
You care to elaborate?
The spell is highly responsive to restorative magic. It seems to speed up the process of them becoming sand.
I turn to the group. No healing. Nothing.
Well,
I look
fair enough.
specifically at Reiju.
She just gives you a thumbs like, right.
So throwing her in the bathtub of doom is
Probably
a no.
not a good idea.
I'm sorry, the bathtub of what?
The thing we told you about, that sarcophagus thing that heals people.
You know,
Yeah.
not to alarm anybody. She might already be gone. Under
it's
any
just-
circumstance, what I'm doing right now shouldn't be happening.
Just keep doing it and let us think. Just focus.
She-
Concentrate. Don't
this
lose
is-
concentration.
This is just sand
Yes, but
that I'm holding together.
Is she breathing?
and you're doing a good job too, Amina. You've maybe saved her life for a bit longer. There is still life in her body, but I can definitely detect the ever increasing elemental presence of earth inside her body.
Let's figure it out. This is exhausting.
Zelark kind of hobbles up to Mina's body.
Mina's
Or wait,
body-
not Mina. Are we there actually? Because they
Not the
ran
camp.
off
Yeah, we're all
ahead
there.
of us.
You're all there.
Yeah,
Okay.
we caught up. We
Yeah.
caught up. We caught up.
Okay. So yeah, I kind of hobble up to Callie's body, and I just lean down and whisper, Ruger, are you in there?
And you could see like a small like storm brewing in the right eye of Callie, but not really trying to come out. Callie, you can hear inside your mind the panicked breathing of Ruger.
Mina's gonna make a comment towards Rivers like, little bird, it might be time you find a new host.
Mina,
And you hear in your head, Callie, you may want to let them know that if they try to remove me, it's going to be the end of you. We're sort of stuck at the moment.
So am I able to speak out
Yeah.
loud?
You are still completely functional and aware of your surroundings.
So, after hearing that from Ruger, Callie will attempt to speak. She's a little shocked by the whole situation still. Ruger said he can't go. We're stuck.
his magic could be even helping you. So I was gonna not recommend removing him anyway.
Can I do a check since she mentioned possibly poison? Could I do some sort of check to see what it could potentially be or what's causing it?
Yeah. What skill did you want to use?
I would assume if it's a poison, it'd probably be part of nature. So probably a nature check.
Yeah, nature can work.
Okay. Oh, starting off all right. Let's see here. Do 22.
22.
Mhm.
You look through her for you don't look through her, but you examine her for a bit. And funny enough, you have heard of stories such as this. Certain scorpions that exist like farther down south towards the borders of the wasteland, whose venom tends to almost liquefy anything, liquefy its victims. It's a very painful process to go through, as the person is boiled from the inside out before their entire body turns into like this very thick sludge. But what you're seeing on Callie is almost identical, except for liquefaction. She's being turned into sand. So you get the feeling that maybe this Zoc has somehow altered or created his own version of this poison.
Do I know from the scorpions if there is a known cure or antidote?
None that you know of.
Okay.
The liquefaction process takes about 2 hours.
Okay. So after examining Callie, she'll look up at because is it her mother or her grandmother that's there right now?
Her grandmother.
Her grandmother. Okay. She'll look at her grandmother and she'll say, "There's something similar to this condition, this poison that Callie's going through. It's from a specific scorpion from down south, except instead of sand, it liquefies its victims. So this guy may be altering it in some shape or form to turn it into sand instead, but the process seems eerily similar. I just don't know what the antidote is for it, if there is one."
Need to make a roll here for Grandma, I think, to see if she knows what you're talking about. I remember your father going on something about a creature like that when he was regaling your mother with tales of his travels, but I've never come across anything like that. We tend to keep away from the southern border just due to the corruption. I can see what I can retire back to my tent and see what I can do. But you all should start thinking of possible methods of your own.
Sorry. There's someone that can continue keeping her together with that spell in the meantime while we try to plan out what to do next.
Yes, I will. Man, I am just stuttering today. I'll assign 4 of our acolytes, 4 of our four of our initiate druids to continue to hold the mold earth spell on Callie, so Minako could get some rest. We can at least keep her alive for as long as that spell is maintained.
Okay.
So what are we doing to help her? What can we try?
I'm going to look into my old tomes, consult with the other older druids to see if there's a way we can figure something out.
Can I help?
You would best be used to assisting your friends, see if you can't figure something out.
Well, what are we going to be doing?
Try tracking them down.
I'm going to be resting.
Usually,
I would
Gaius might
suggest.
know.
What?
Gaius might know.
You are super low.
How about now? Testing?
Still low.
Yeah, it's weird. You were so loud before.
Yeah,
and
your
now,
microphone
like,
just
you're
was
really
like, no,
low.
you're not allowed to talk anymore.
It's like, yeah, because it
You're
was like
good.
crazy
Talk
loud
now,
and
talk
then
now.
nothing.
it's like Zellark.
How about now?
There we go.
Works.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can you hear my beautiful voice?
I can't.
Yes.
I don't know what
All right.
why your mic is acting crazy today.
I have no idea. Well, I said Gaius. Gaius might know.
They could potentially be up
Does-
by now.
Like his information network went from cities to cities, getting rare things. I think we should start there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could go
That
see if
was-
he's up.
I was actually waiting for some of the RP to slow down a little bit because you were still outside of the
Yep.
Druid village proper, right?
Mhm.
You're like
Yeah,
right
we're
on the
walking
border.
and-
You're like right
Yeah.
on the border of like the edge of the camp.
Okay.
Because we ran back.
Because Snit wants to real quickly turn to Mina and say, sorry, I have to remember the voice now. You took away the voice that I
I'm
had
Batman.
nailed down for this character.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where's Raiju?
I'm Batman.
Where's Rachel?
Tone back, Batman. Tone back.
We don't give up on her until there's nothing more we can do. And I'll take off and go try to find Bernard because I know he's awake.
Mhm.
And then check on the status of Gaius.
Okay, so are you flying back to the house?
Yeah, full speed.
Okay. And it's not that far from where you're at now. So you probably get there within like 10 seconds.
I know, but there's a sense of urgency here. I don't know
And-
why.
Yeah,
just-
it's like I've got an
Can
F-22
he-
Raptor strapped to my
Yeah,
back now. I just want to go
before,
Mach 2.
Before Snit takes off in Draconic, she'll just say is like, I get it, but easier said than done when you're not the one holding someone's life in your hands.
Well, you're not going to be for much longer.
Yeah, and it was in Draconic.
Oh, never mind
Well, then Snit would say the same thing she did back in Draconic.
then. Thank
grumble,
you. Snake.
grumble, grumble.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
That's all I can
Gargle,
think.
gargle,
Yeah,
gargle.
that's all I can think. Draconic is just a bunch of like grumbling.
So we just all have learned that no matter what, don't let Mina have your life in their hands because she's gonna gripe about it the entire time,
Well,
even if it's only been a
I
few
think
minutes.
I think it's less griping and more. It's like it's physically exhausting holding a spell for that long.
It is.
It's like
Even
your
if it's a
brain just
cantrip.
starts.
It's a cantrip. It's fine.
Your brain just starts to like.
No, it
Fry.
doesn't matter. There
It's
is
a
such thing.
cantrip.
Yeah,
she
she's
literally
using-
did that the whole trip on the raft.
That's
like,
true.
to mold
But-
With the
different
guns,
colors.
yeah. I was
All of a
like,
sudden,
8 hours
it's
a
hard
day.
for her.
But
Like, I'm sorry, what?
think of it this way: there's no stress involved moving the sand to make you go faster. When you're holding the life of another being in your
Oh,
hands,
Oh, okay.
there's that added stress. So
the different levels, the different levels
Yeah,
of
the
the
different-
cantrip.
You know, just for that, Minako's just gonna let a little foot fall off.
Either way, the druid said she'd get 4 acolytes to take over. So just get her to the tent and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
But Snit, you take off full speed and you're able to make it back to the house in like I said, like 10 seconds. And when you
Do I
walk
see
in,
Bernard there?
yeah, you see Bernard there, and you see Gaius sitting at the little kitchen nook, like just kind of like holding his head in his hand, and he's got this strange looking flask in his hand.
Oh,
Gaius, Bernard, we need you outside now.
I'm sorry, who are you?
It may be hard to believe, but I'm Snit.
Snit.
Ask
Hold-
questions about it
hold on, and
later.
he takes
Callie's in danger.
he drinks he drinks out of the flask for a moment, and he looks back at you, and you can see his eyes change just a little bit. Okay, yes, that is Snit. I have more questions, but you say Callion's
Later.
life is in danger.
Callie is in danger.
And when you say Callie is in danger, Bernard doesn't even wait for an explanation. He's gone.
That's what I was hoping for.
Okay, unlike my headstrong brother, can you give me a rundown of how she's in danger?
As we're moving. And
Okay,
So,
I have to warn you, I'm still not 100%.
how much does he weigh?
He's about 145.
I will pick the big kitty up and fly him there myself.
So that new strength score Snit got
Yeah.
can carry him.
I
I'm
don't
picturing
have
my
any
own
actual
cat.
gear on myself either, so
As soon as you pick up my cat, he'll start like clawing at you to get away. And I'm just picturing that with Gaius right now.
but I will, as briefly as possible, explain the fight and the fact that she is turning to sand and literally falling apart. I will drop the guy's name that the druid gave me. I'm sorry, Zosk.
Zoc.
Zoc.
Oh, wonderful. Him. I haven't dealt with him in quite some time. I honestly thought he was dead.
Good. I was hoping you might know who he is.
He's one of my clients.
Well, apparently, he's been stalking us for a while.
That would indeed fit his methods. Not the best person in regards to manners, but he does pay well.
Go fucking figure. He might be able to tell Snit's a little mad.
So
Constant growling.
like it's not, but probably
Growling.
2-3 minutes before Bernard, Gaius, and Snit show back up.
That was fast.
Gaius kind of like cradled in Snit's arms. You all could tell that he probably just woke up. Like the small amount of fur that he has around his face is all like still like jumbled and everything. He's got like massive bedhead. Bernard, on the other hand, is already like next to Callie, kind of like, you know, rubbing her hand and, you know, trying to like whisper assurances and everything that everything's gonna be okay.
Bernard, please don't touch.
Just be careful.
Oh, wait, am I? Will that kill her?
We don't
You
know.
can
We don't know
break
much.
off the sand.
Okay, well then I will sit. I will not touch. I will just speak assurances.
That's probably best right now.
And Bernard comes by and he, or not Bernard, but Gaius walks by and he goes over to Callie and just kind of like runs a finger along her cheek.
I do guidance on Gaia, seeing I don't know what he's doing, but I'm guessing he's trying to think and figure things out. So I'm just guidancing him.
He just brings up his fingers and he kind of like dusts it off, and then you can see there's like a, you know, when you drag your finger through like on a bookcase that hasn't been dusted for a while and just leaves that trail. You sort of like see that on Callie's face.
Like an
I dust
indentation
my
on the
books,
cheek.
damn it.
Not an indentation, just more like a disturbance.
It's like the change of color.
Yeah.
Like sweat versus not sweat on your cheek.
Don't touch.
Oh,
You people not fucking listen.
this is definitely Zock's handiwork.
You know him?
Oh, so you
Oh,
know who it is. Great.
Yeah.
How do we kill it?
He's a very well-paying client of mine.
Yeah, well, you're about to lose a paycheck, asshole.
Language. I never said he was a friend.
Yeah,
Just
fuck
pays
you.
well.
Mina, could you just not right
And
now?
She has every right to be upset.
But instead of getting angry, let's get some answers. Is there an antidote? And if so, how do we get it? Or how do we just track this guy down?
Yeah, have you seen him do this to anyone before?
Oh, multiple times. I'm the one who sold him the poison.
It's a poison?
Oh,
So
yes, a very, very potent poison from down in the south.
So you have the antidote.
Yeah.
Oh, there is no antidote.
Well,
But-
then how do we fix it?
Why would you sell a poison that doesn't have an antidote? That's very irresponsible.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
hate
that's
to.
kind of the whole point
What?
of poison.
If you're an assassin,
I'm just saying.
if you're an assassin, why would you want to use a poison that has an antidote? It's ensured
Yeah,
death.
I just
it's
This
the same way with
just-
creatures.
That's why it
Really?
sells for so much. Very dangerous
Unfortunately,
to
they have a
acquire.
point.
Healing is a lucrative business, Syra.
Indeed.
but what if you
Assa-
poisoned yourself or a friend or
Well,
a kid
well,
wanders into your shop?
Then you're a bad assassin who doesn't know their way around the poisoner's kit.
And you're out of business.
Oh, well, this
And
is
dead.
besides the point. Do you know? Okay, so it doesn't have an antidote, but is there anything that you know that might help?
I do.
That's great. What is it?
My sister.
There's another one of you? Oh, dear God.
Oh yeah, we know that there's more family
And-
members. But where's your
Bernard kind
sister?
of shoots up. He's like, no, we are not getting her involved.
From which side of the family?
Well, Bernard kind of like motions at his skin. Our father's
Right.
side.
Yeah.
We're not getting her involved. We don't need her taking her tax.
What's her tax?
Oh, the wonderful model citizen of our sister takes fragments of people's souls to use at other points in time when she sees fit.
You can have mine.
Oh no, it would have to be Callie's, since she's the one receiving the treatment.
All right. So
Fragment?
Oh yeah, just a little piece, as she says.
I mean, if it means that she'll live, I think Callie can forgive us if we
No,
do
no,
that.
no. You haven't seen what she can do with fragments.
Yeah.
Bernard, is it kind of like this, and she'll just like pop her echo behind her?
Not necessarily. It's more, she has the ability to control you for a short amount of time, and at that point, at any time she decides, she can make you do whatever she wants to whomever she wants.
Or the rest of your life, or just
Oh yeah,
once?
rest of your life.
All right.
That
So
be severed.
Okay, so that's not an option then.
What's the over and under? Is this a pointless pursuit?
It's nothing is pointless. This is just a challenge.
There's
I
gotta be
hope
another
this
way.
whole time we've been moving her towards the tent.
Oh,
where
I
she's
would
supposed to
assume
Yeah.
you guys
go.
are like walking
Yeah.
as this conversation is going on.
I'm gonna say that that's like plan Z, okay? Like, and
well,
only if Callie
yes.
decides it. We need to see if my grandmother and the other druids can come up with something else, because I don't like that sound of that at all. I'm sure Callie wouldn't. Callie,
Huh?
how do you feel about that?
There's also that fancy little tube that you have in your house.
The
That
what?
may-
No, they
may
said it
work.
won't work. They said it won't work only because of
Oh.
healing properties, but it is unique in manner. That's the reason why I thought of it in the first place.
I don't necessarily think that tube is a healing property. It is more of a reset.
Yeah. It
When
Oh
looks-
yeah, it
when
like
you-
remakes you.
That's why I
when-
called it the
When you shoved
Tube of
when you
Doom.
shoved Reiju into it, it liquefied her, and then a new
That's the
Reiju
thing.
came out.
But
would
what's
she-
too? Go ahead.
Would Callie come out like half sand person or
That's
something?
what I.
It's a 50-50, I think.
It's yeah, it's
And what would
it's
happen if
definitely a
Ruger was
gamble.
in there with her?
What's that?
Zolik just goes, and what would happen if Ruger is in there with her?
That I do not know. I'm not.
become more bird
I'm
than
not.
bird.
I'm not really versed in these sorts of items. That tube is something that's even alien to me.
Okay, so that's like plan X. And hopefully we've got a better plan.
Well-
Callie, how do you feel about the ideas being thrown around so far? Because this is your body, your soul, your life.
Yeah, we're talking next to you as we're walking, so it's like you can
tell
hear
me,
it.
Callian, did he take anything from you?
I think so. I can't really.
Just her whole fucking rib.
Her rib, yeah.
I
was-
feel
has
a
been
pain
cut.
there. But I
That
can't really
makes
look at it.
sense. He was always ingenious with his puppets.
Has he made her into a puppet?
Oh no, but he will make puppets that are copies of her.
Great.
So if we were to retrieve this rib,
Well,
would
you
that
would.
help in some shape or form?
Well, you definitely stop him from making an army of alley puppets.
Okay, we definitely need that.
No, I mean, no. If that's an army of Cali, they just want to talk us to death.
Or Phoenix run us to death.
It's to go.
Well, we don't
on the
know
back
how much
burner.
of the.
Oh, you have one of them. As he kind of like walks over and like pokes the one that Nerix is carrying.
What?
Puppet.
The puppet that you brought back.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Sorry,
I
we kinda
forgot.
forgot
I
about it.
totally forgot I carried it.
He's
Oh yeah.
stepped up his game. This isn't like his normal puppets. He's just hollowed out somebody and animated sand inside of them.
Yeah, it definitely feels like flesh.
Really is a genius. Too bad he's not really that great of a person.
So where does he
Hmm.
live or reside?
That I
we
do
need to
not
get to him.
that I do not know. Normally when he needed my services, he visited me at my estate.
Hmm.
So one of those I contact you, you don't contact me situations.
Yeah, he showed up when he needed services. And I never turned him away. Again, he pays very well. whatever he does on the side, he's wealthy.
Nice.
Hey. Another rich tit to deal with.
Oh, yes, he pays in gold, if you can believe that.
Do you know of his abilities at all? Like, is he able to teleport, or does he just have the invisible thing? Does he have a mode of going fast, or like, how does he get around?
I honestly do not know myself. He's just there 1 minute and then he's gone.
We know he has a physical form.
Well, of course
know
he has a
he-
physical form.
We know he can turn invisible. We know he can travel underground.
Gaius,
Yes.
you made this potion or this poison. We need to know how much time she has.
Well, in all intents and purposes, judging from how her skin feels and how she's looking, she should already be dead.
Then we need to concentrate on that and that alone for now.
I agree, but I'm not really sure how much of assistance I can be. As I said, there's no cure for it yet, and
Yeah.
I never bothered making one.
I
Well,
could try to
let's-
make one, but I would need part of the poison to work with.
Okay. Do you have any of that poison on you?
I do. In fact, yes, I do.
I could try working on something.
He reaches into his coat and he opens up a small pocket, and you hear things jangling around inside. He pulls out a small vial of this like very deep, like navy blue liquid.
All right. So Nerix, work on that. Do you need any help?
Well, I need to figure out what grandma or mother can find real quick, because it's not just working with the poison. I need to work with other materials, and you can't just do it random. I need to find some sort of source first and then go with that. I mean, I've got knowledge of strong poisons.
I am this toxin's creator anyway, so I can help you with that.
Yeah, that'd be a big help. I
It's-
can work on that right now.
Honestly, a very simple potion. There wasn't really much need for any other additives or accelerants. The poison itself is rather potent on its own.
Well, that's the beauty about poisons. For the most part, they're simple. It's getting rid of them that's the complicated part.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you and Gaius can work together, and
Yeah.
he can help you.
I think
I'll go get together with the other druids and see what they're figuring out. And I think we're back at the camp now, so Syra will go and find the acolytes that Grandma pointed out and bring them over to Callie so they could do the mold earth and relieve Mina. And then Syra's just gonna go find her grandmother and help with that while Nerix and Gaius are working on the cure. And I don't know what the others are doing, but I have a feeling this is a good opportunity to do like a little fast forward type thing if we can.
Fast forward.
Getting information.
Oh.
one
trying
wants to see
stuff,
people do
Well,
nerd
hold-
shit.
doing
hold
things
on.
as needed.
No, because
Hold- hold on.
I'm making y'all roll for said
Yeah.
nerd shit.
Yeah, give us.
Yeah, of course.
Minako's gonna talk with Cal before she gets relieved.
Snit wanted to do something, right?
Yeah.
You,
Well,
there's no
What are you-
guarantee you're going to survive, Cal.
I know.
Your call. Do you want to fight it? Or do I let you go?
I'm not gonna give up if there's still a chance, but I don't want to be controlled by anyone.
Hope the Dodes will get here soon.
Thank you, Mina, for everything.
Right. And she'll look up to see if they're like nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they're coming.
Snit-
I'd say they're coming, right?
Yeah, they're on their way. Snit,
Okay.
what did you want to do?
I wanted to sit down next to Callie, and he won't put a hand on her, but he'll put a hand as close to her when he sits down
Hover
as
hand.
possible. Yeah, have her hand. And he'll say, you know, it's all well and good that we sit here talking about this, but we need to know what you want too. What do you think about these ideas? What do you want to try? We have to make decisions quick.
If Bernard says that the thing with their sister's a bad idea, then it's a bad idea. We don't do it. I trust him. I don't trust Gaius. And the thing in the house, the tube thing that melted Reiju, I don't like that idea.
Even I'm against that.
And with, well, it wouldn't be just my decision either. I mean, Ruger's in here with me. It's his life as well. If we're separated, I think we both die.
Well, is it? Well, first of all, looks like Callie's learning. Don't trust Gaius. So that's a plus.
Don't trust Gaius. Trust Gaius.
Callie, I thought if you die, Ruger just has to find a new house. Did that happen with the giant?
Which was the case when we weren't cursed or poisoned or whatever this is, but Ruger said that we can't be separated right now or it's the end for both of us.
Process would have to fulfill its course if Ruger wants safely out. That's why he can't leave. Otherwise, there might be something that will latch on to him if this happens too prematurely. That's what I'm getting.
As much as I would like to have the rejuvenation thing in our house as a last resort, I can't. I mean, it's not made for more than one person, right? I mean, I know Ruger's not a person, but
I mean, it's technically is two souls in one.
yeah, we don't know what would happen. And I didn't like that thing to start with. Anything that has to melt you to heal you doesn't seem good.
Well, I'm going to bring it here and leave it as a last resort. And maybe he can get out before we close the door and activate it. But if we can save one or both of you, I'm going to try. But I will leave that as a last resort.
Okay. Can someone do me a favor? Since I, can't do it myself. Earlier today, Syra asked me if I wanted her to send a message to my family to see if they're okay and let them know how I'm doing. I'm thinking I want to take her up on that offer now. She's met my brother. Could one of you just ask her to send him a message?
Go get her.
How far away is Syra from us?
I don't know. I sent the acolytes over over to Callie, and I turned to go find Grandma and talk with the other druids. So wherever they are, I'm probably heading that direction.
Yeah, so you would probably be in your grandmother's tent at this time.
I need distances.
Well, you're at the
Break
board.
out the ruler, Rojan.
Break out the ruler. Well, you're technically on the edge of the camp, and and her tent is near the center. If you're looking to teleport, are you looking to like jump with your?
Well, no. There's only the echo can only be away for so long at a certain distance.
You're looking at probably about 150 feet.
All right, so okay.
Haven't the acolytes taken over by now?
Yeah, by the time your conversation finishes, the acolytes come through. One of them casts mold earth on Callie letting Mina know that she can drop her spell.
Minako will put a hand on Snitch's shoulder since he's like crouched on the ground. I'll go get Syra. You're a more comforting presence than I am.
And one of the other druids picks up Callie and begins to take her towards the grandmother's tent.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Minako had gone towards Syra, so I guess we're all going to the same place.
Gaius looks over to Nyrix. I assume we should get started on our end of the task.
Yeah, let's go. See what we can do, and keep in touch with my grandmother since she's looking through tomes just to see if there's any direction we can help with as well. So, see what we can do.
As they're walking off, I'm gonna stop Nyrix and just say, if you have any of that poison left over, and I pat the bandolier full of darts, I'm like, I wouldn't mind having some to give it back.
Well, to be fair, it is my poison.
Let's see if we can master an antidote first. Then I'll talk with Gaius.
This he kind of puts the poison back in his pocket. He's like, it doesn't go for cheap.
I got money. It's not gold, but I got money.
He's like he's like, this vial alone is 500,000 electrum.
Well, we're helping save the world, so we'll talk shop later. Besides, if we have to head towards the south anyway, just pick some of my own.
I could show you how to safely harvest it from them.
That actually would be a good idea.
There'll be a massive paw on Zelok's shoulder. Worry about that later. You keep her spirits up. I need to start moving the tank.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say now, don't remove the tank from the house. That's a bad thing.
We moved it into the house. We should be able to move it out of the house.
Why are you moving it at all?
The tank
To
is,
have it near her.
the tank is
in case
the
we
tank
need
is
to put her in
officially
it.
But she said she didn't
the
want to
tank
do
is
it.
officially part of the house now.
She said she wanted it as a last resort.
Oh,
And we
She
can
said she didn't wanna
take
do it.
take her body over to the tank. It wouldn't be that hard.
Or you could just move the
So-
house over there.
That's
Yeah, if that's what I have to do, I'll do that. But that okay.
So
Can't
are
rule it out.
you moving the if you're moving the house, then I would say you're going to probably move the house first before Gaius and Nyrix begin their study, because they're going to need the workshop.
It needs to be near her in case
Last
something
resort.
goes wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you collect the house and you bring it into the center of camp, and you spawn it up in an open spot, maybe 50 feet away from the center tent.
Minako will like motion to Syra to like move over to the side to tell her what Cal said.
okay. I'll move away from the other druids and be like, what?
She's gonna take you up on her offer about her family.
Oh,
I
okay.
think she's
Like
She wants-
send a message?
yeah. She wants to fight it, but I think she's come to terms with it. That it's might happen.
Well, don't give up yet, but okay.
What is everybody say I'm giving up? I'm just rationalizing.
You've just been
this.
very negative, Mina.
No, I'm being
What
rational
but
in the
rational,
wild.
but we don't need rational right now. Everyone knows the reality. We don't need you rubbing it in people's faces. We need hope right now. So try to be hopeful, positive.
Get you very far out here. You should know.
Okay.
But go to Cal. I believe she has a message since she can't do it herself.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna go like rest up.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I gotta step away real quick.
How far is where her family is the city that we left behind? Because I can send a message up to 100 miles with my ability, but if it needs to go farther, I'll have to recruit another druid that has higher level spell slots than I do.
Took you how long to get here?
A week?
About a week's worth of travel?
Yeah,
But
because
there
the
was
other,
a lot of other stuff
no,
stopping
no.
us and slowing us down.
Yeah.
there was only 1 week where we were actually paused because of our coma. Other than that, it's only been about a week since then.
Still, most of our travel days were not full,
No,
unpaused travel days.
they were stopped a lot.
Fair.
Yeah, so we left the city 2 weeks and 2 days ago. So however much distance we've covered in that time with all the interruptions and stops and detours.
Yeah, we got stopped by the giant. We got stopped by the what we thought was an underwater area. I still don't understand what happened with all of that.
Yeah,
I'm still
that
real
was a dream.
confused about that whole thing. But regardless, there was that, and then we woke up from it, and then we traveled. We ran into the.
Yeah, you are most definitely going to need help because it's beyond 100 miles.
Okay, so I will go up to one of the.
If you look at it, you've been traveling by sand skiff.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just go up to one of the druids I know is of the higher level because they get an additional 24 hours per spell slot.
Mhm.
So if they're, depending on how high a level I could find of a druid, it basically magnifies. Every 24 hours is 50 miles. So, and every spell slot is 24 hours. So
Okay.
essentially for each spell slot, it'll be 50 miles per spell slot.
Okay. So you're
You
looking
know of anybody that has sending, just straight up?
Yeah,
So-
or sending. I'm just not a high enough level druid to have sending. But I don't know if the druids have sending. I think
Nope.
they might. But
Clerics
I need to
do.
look that up.
Clerics do.
Well, they may not
So-
all be druids, but
2 druids actually offer to help you.
Okay.
And with those 2 and you should be able to reach the city easily enough.
Okay, so we'll send a strong desert bird with whatever message Callie wants. So I gather the druids together and we go over to Callie. And there's what is it? I'm guessing something like maybe a vulture or some sort of, what do you think would be like a hardy like desert bird
Roadrunner.
that's-
A rock.
No,
A rock.
flying.
A rock.
Not a rock.
Yeah.
That is way
Or
too
condor,
large.
maybe like something like.
Summon Kelly.
Give me a second.
There's plenty
I'm
of
looking.
falcons and eagles
I'm looking
in
up
the desert.
desert birds here.
Yeah, eagles, hawks. There's desert
Ooh.
hawks.
Condor.
That's what I said. Condor would be cool.
Condor.
Yeah, you can use a condor.
Okay. So we'll call upon a condor who comes. So you see just a giant bird being held by 2 druids because it's huge.
It's like it's balancing on like both their shoulders, like doing the Van Damme split between the truck.
Yeah. It's got like an 8-foot wingspan. These things are huge.
Trojan, not while I'm drinking, man. Come on.
So, and then I have it hop down in front of Callie. And I say to Callie, the 2 druids are behind it. We all have our hands kind of on the condor. And I'll tell Callie, Mina told me you wanted to leave a message for your family. Just, who is it? Have I met them?
Yeah, you've met my brother, right?
Perfect. I remember him very well.
Her brother, the Chippendales dancer.
Yeah,
That's the
Sarah has a
one.
very clear image. He's featured a few dreams. So Sarah nods, goes, "Yeah, I know him. That's perfect." So, and I'll kind of describe him to the other druids and say, just use me as a focus point, because you have to kind of be familiar with the person, but we'll say we're combining. So talk to this bird, and basically what's going to happen is it will record your voice exactly as you say it, and so it'll find your brother, and then it'll open its mouth and your voice will come out of it, and so it'll know the messages from you. It'll be exactly your voice and the exact words that you say to it.
Do I know if that sort of thing would be, let's say, alarming to the city folk?
No, not really. Desert birds are normal.
It is druid magic, which is one of the sort of accepted magics in the
I have
city.
a permit.
And she has a permit.
He does have a permit.
He does have a permit.
Like,
Should I
and
give like a
most
copy of the
people-
permit to the condor, like put it on a little card?
Most people in the city wouldn't even bother, even giving the bird any sort of attention other than, holy crap, that's a big bird.
You know what I'm gonna when I'm saying the message, I'm gonna say it in Orin, the language of birds. So
Okay.
maybe that'll be a little less conspicuous to people.
Do
So
you want some privacy, Callie, while you speak to it?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what language I speak in, right?
No, it'll say exactly what you say.
Okay. Are we ready then?
Yes. And we'll start, I'll motion to you when you can start, okay? Just have to
Okay.
prepare the ritual space. So Syra and the other druids kind of prepare the space, drawing symbols in the sand and laying down desert twigs and bones and things. And then once we have the space kind of proper, it kind of glows with a faint kind of druidic green, and Syra and the other two druids close their eyes, and then Syra motions to you.
So speaking in Orin, she will say, "Hi, Malik. This is weird. I hope you're doing okay. I hope everyone's okay. I know things were hectic when we last saw each other. I hope the city is okay. I'm with all my friends out in the desert. Something's happened, and I may not be back for a while. But just know that I care about you a lot. I care about everyone a lot. And I miss you. And I want you to be safe. Okay? Goodbye, Malik. And she'll just kind of nod to Syra, signaling that the message is done.
And Syra will close the magic with the other two druids and we do a little blessing on the bird and send it off.
Can you bring that spell up? Because I want to, for me, because I want to see how fast, if there's any speed to how fast this thing travels, or how soon
It can
gets to-
travel, it said 50 miles in 24 hours.
50 miles in
if it's a
24 hours,
flying
okay.
beast, yeah. If you want to increase that because it's a condor or something, that's DM prerogative, but this spell specifically says it can travel, a flying beast can travel 50 miles in 24 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see how long it would take to get to Malik.
Yeah, and then it increases with every spell slot that was used. It increases another 50 miles per 24 hours.
Okay.
So it might take a while to get to him, but
Alrighty.
But the important thing is it will get to him.
It will
Yes.
get to him. Because most things in the desert aren't going to screw with a condor.
why I wanted a hardy bird.
I always told myself if I ever played an Aarakocra, it would be influenced by a condor, because condors are fucking badass.
Just a
Yeah.
giant bird boy.
Oh my god, condors are awesome.
And
It
the
is
condor takes off and begins flying in the direction on its way to deliver its message to Malik.
Callie, We're doing our very best to figure this out, okay? We
I
haven't
know
given
you
up.
are. I'm not giving up either.
Good. It's gonna be all right. We'll find a solution. I'm gonna
But-
go rejoin the group and see if I can help, okay?
Just
Yeah?
if things don't work out,
Hmm.
it's nobody's fault. Yeah, well, maybe a little bit of Gaius's fault, but it's nobody's fault. Okay,
Okay.
and I know Mina is, well, she's Mina,
Yeah.
but she did save my life.
Surprisingly.
I don't think it is surprising.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Callie. We gotta find an answer. Sarah mutters to herself as she turns around and starts heading back over to the druids. She really doesn't want to lose Callie. So yeah, I'll go over and see if I can help. I'm guessing Nurix and Gaius are working on that antidote. I don't know what the rest are doing, but let me know if you need a roll from us for any of those things.
So, I will say right now, it's going to take 4 days of rolls in order to accomplish your separate tasks. Those of you who are not assisting in the poison research or the research with the druids, if there's anything you want to do in those 4 days, let me know now.
Can anyone assist with us?
Yeah,
Well-
anyone who wants to can help.
Reiju is actually going to be maintaining kitchen duties, but she's going to be doing so in a way that will try to be helpful to the group, like the bonuses and whatnot. So I'm not sure how you wanted to work that, but I remember that bonuses were able to be given through meals.
For camping and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically she'll keep that going. She'll spend most of her time though on the rooftop looking out the desert, trying to keep an eye out
Okay.
for Zoc.
Give
and
me
his-
4 survival rolls.
or survivals.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Pull up Bijou. Okay. First one's a 23.
Nice.
Next one's a dirty 20.
Cool.
That's a total of a 15.
All right.
That's decent. And another dirty. Well, actually, no, that's 21.
21.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's 21.
Yeah, so with those rolls, those of you who are participating in your research, when I have you do your skill rolls, you can make them with advantage.
Okay, yeah, and Minago will just help with the druids like molding earth.
Okay, so you're gonna like pretty
Yeah.
much be the 4th person, kind of switching in and out.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm
with,
going to-
with that, like each of you are taking like a 6-hour cycle
Yeah.
in order to mold the earth.
Can I help with the poison people?
If you want to be on Team Poison, you most definitely can.
But what I would like to do is kind of be being there because I can't really help much. But I would like to add, give them bardic inspiration during key points of it, if that's possible.
Well, because these are going to be straight rolls throughout the day. I can just throw the bardic inspiration in there for them.
Okay.
And what is Snit doing?
So Snit feels quite unusually unable to help at any one thing in particular. So I think what he would be doing is trying to be a facilitator, running for the group to get messages between different people that need to be told to do different things, so on and so forth, or like updating people on what's going on. Mechanically, though, I could, in the same way Zelark's offering bardic inspiration, I could offer guidance, as in the spell, to the poisoners or to Syra. But this is one time where Snit's not 100% sure what he can do to actually be helpful other than that stuff.
Gotcha. Also, Snit, throughout the 4 days, some of the druids have gotten a little uncomfortable with you walking around without a shirt on most of the time. So they've crafted
Uncomfortable or flushed?
Yes.
Distracted.
So-called free thinkers.
Technically, yeah, it's like it's you're a distraction at the moment. So, they've crafted they during this time you're presented with some leather armor that has the equivalent of studded leather, and it's like this soft, like tanned brown hide that you've been given, and they let you know that this comes from a local scorpion
Sick.
that they've been able to tailor into your armor.
I do have other things that I want to do specifically for Snit, but that doesn't matter for right now. So as far as what we're doing now, that's what I'm doing.
The muscles are now covered, and you don't have a 10 armor class.
So he's a dragonborn now.
Yeah,
It's
he's a
actually
dragonborn.
13.
Actually,
the abs are still
they
visible.
don't have natural armor.
They do not.
No, I thought they had dragon affinity.
Nope.
Nope.
That's sorcerers with a
Oh, I'm confusing
that's
that
your
with
that's your ash right
I've
there.
played Dragonborn before, and they don't.
I was thinking of Jawbob
Lizard
because he doesn't
folk
wear
have-
any armor.
Lizard folk
Got
have
it.
natural armor of
Yeah.
13.
With natural armor, meet a cup. I'll be 11. It's just a plus one.
Hey, better than 10.
Anyways, yeah, that's what Snit's doing towards
Okay.
this stuff.
So, let's get up, take a break, refresh our drinks, and when we come back, we will start making those skill challenge rolls to see if anyone can save Callie's life.
There is real quick. Not that I'm expecting it to make any difference whatsoever, because I have a -1 in religion. But during this 4 days, Callie is also doing a bit of praying to a deity that I've never sent you the info for, which I totally should have. That's my bad. But it's to Herona, which is a phoenix, the patron of the Hargraven and their ancestors.
Can you send me said information over the break so I can read it?
Well, that's about all the information I have.
Oh, so I get to make the god. Okay.
They are like the goddess of sacrifice, mercy, and rebirth. But as far as like a full history, I haven't written it down yet.
I gotcha. I will take liberty then. All right, so stick with us, everyone. We will be back in 5 minutes. We're just going to get up, stretch your legs, get something to drink, and then we'll come back and see if Callie gets the live or not. So hang tight. We'll be back.
That was exhausting.
And we are back.
Yep.
I DM'd you that.
Now we
info
can't talk
information.
about it anymore.
Good.
Thanks, Rojan.
Can't talk about what?
Fruit
Nothing.
baskets.
Anime romances.
Why can't we talk about anime romances? What?
You know what?
Because
It's,
it's not
it's
the
a whole
Monday show.
story.
It's okay.
It's a whole thing.
Joanne can translate it for you.
This is
Wait,
true.
what?
This is true. This is not the Monday show.
What
Yeah.
about me? I heard my name.
No
How's it
mercy.
going?
What?
How's it going?
So,
And we're back.
Got some roles to do.
you got some roles to do.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
So, those of you who are working on the poison,
You
Yes.
have inspiration.
And advantage.
And advantage.
you don't have inspiration. You have bardic inspiration. There's a big
Yeah.
difference.
Well, yes, that's what I meant. That is a big difference too. Yes.
Well, so the poisoners, Gaius is helping Nyrix.
Yes.
They have bardic inspiration, and they should have guidance from Snit, unless I'm missing something.
said you were
unless
giving that
Snit
to
is giving
Syra,
it to the druids. Are you giving it to them?
Well,
or are you
I
giving it to
said
the
I
druids?
could give it to the poisoners or to Syra.
Right now, I
whichever.
have nothing. So.
Yeah, okay, Syra.
Okay. So,
Mine goes just Syra.
what's your bardic inspiration, isn't it? Right now, is it D6?
It's a D6,
D6. Okay. So,
I believe. Let me double check.
advantage, the D6.
I mean, I guess I could guidance myself, right? So maybe if it's just guidance, it's not actually going to give me advantage. I guess we could say Snit goes to help the poisoners. I don't know.
If there's a way I could help her
You can
Yes, D6.
you can assist whomever you want.
to assist,
Yeah, it would just be a roll in order to do it.
I'm just assuming at this point with all the buffs and add-ons, it's just like
So pretty
sure
much
advantage with a lower DC at
poisoners-
this point.
poisoners are going to be making survival rolls.
Okay.
Druids are going to be making nature rolls.
How's your nature, Snit?
let me take a look. It's decent, but I'm not proficient in it right now, but it's still got a decent add to it.
So mechanically, what would his help do? Would it give me advantage, or is he doing a roll on his own?
He does a roll on his own.
So it's probably better for just
Well, because
me? I don't
you
know.
already have advantage because Reju's been feeding everyone.
Oh,
So
okay.
you already have, like, anybody doing these rolls is going to have advantage automatically.
Okay.
Okay, so it would be, for the mechanics of it, it would be Syra rolling at advantage, and then me rolling at advantage, although I'm not proficient.
Yes, you still roll at advantage because you have the food.
Okay, so it's 2 rolls as opposed to 1 roll being added to it. So, yeah, I'll do that.
Hopefully the DC is lower because again, I don't know why nature is an intelligence stat because I have
It's
It
a
should
really
be with
bad,
So here's the thing.
really bad modifier for it, and it really upsets me.
Here's the thing that D&D need to adjust. Like, I agree with you 100%. Nature, because most of the time, druids are going to have nature and it's intelligence when they're wisdom based.
Yeah. So
Just
I have a
like
negative
how,
1. I have a negative 1. And it's
Exactly,
just
which is
stupid.
why-
It makes no sense.
What do barbarians use a lot? Intimidation. Why is that charisma for them?
Should be
When that should-
strength.
But
I get
at least
why
it's
it is.
addressed there. At least.
but it also
Yeah.
says in the DMG in regards to ability checks that you can swap those skills around.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So I would say for druids, your nature is your wisdom score, not your intelligence score.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you play in nature. You should know what nature is.
Yeah, I just didn't learn it from books. I learned it from
Playing
My
in
wisdom.
the sand and in the trees and in the water. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Oh.
being in
On-
nature.
Being
On
a
the other
druid-
hand, Snit learned it from
yeah,
books.
from books,
So-
exactly.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the way that I was treating those in Sonata was depending on what you were trying to do with the check, that would
Right.
determine which
Mhm.
base skill it's using.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Yeah, it's just it's just weird
for
sometimes.
this,
I will use my wisdom mod
yeah,
then.
for this
Thank
it
you.
would be your wisdom mod because this is dealing with something from nature.
Okay.
So, poisoners, I need your rolls.
Okay.
Why is my wisdom this high?
So to clarify, I'm just rolling straight up with advantage and not adding anything else,
A
correct?
D6 bardic inspiration for each roll.
For each roll. Okay.
We are doing 4 rolls. Guys is doing 4 rolls as well.
And this is over 4 days, right?
Yeah.
Yay, no more exhaustion.
Starting off great. Okay.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I need.
And I've got really good survival, so
give me a sec. I need to get a post-it here to keep track of the successes and the fails, because this is cumulative.
see, based off of what we were just talking about recently, it's the reason why I did a wisdom-based blood hunter instead of an int-based blood hunter, because you can go both one or the other. Because I was just like, well, it would make sense, you know, being a blood hunter in the waste, they would want to be proficient in survival and stuff like that.
All right. So what did you get for your first one?
First one is 25 plus 4. 29. I forgot to add the inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make the second roll here.
28.
Okay.
No, sorry. 27.
All right.
Thank God for advantage. 22. Natural 20 for 30.
You barely got by that one.
Sorry, 31.
You barely got by that one. It had a 20, like the final roll was a 29 DC. Okay. Druids. Team Druid. I need nature rolls from you.
Thank God, because I had a couple 2s on there, and I was like,
Yeah, I had to take a picture of mine and I posted it in the Withered Waste
Yeah.
because there was
Double
a 20
ones.
and a 1.
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
I don't suppose I could make an argument for survival.
No, this is nature.
But
Ooh, thank goodness for that advantage.
Oh, man. So it's an advantage,
It's an advantage roll, yes.
and I have to do 4 of them, right?
Yeah, but we're only doing one at a time because I need,
Okay.
because this is a collective. So
Okay, this is...
Oh wait,
Uh,
he's rolling too.
yeah.
I thought he was just
No.
using his spell to help the other druids.
no, yeah, oh yeah, you're helping
Oh,
you're
okay.
helping those druids. You're fine. You're
Oh, all right.
you're holding
Thank
Humpty
God.
Dumpty together right now.
Thank
so
God, because I have a 1 nature.
yeah, you don't
I think
have
it's
to
just
roll.
me
You're
and
fine.
Snit.
All right,
Yeah.
Snit, what'd you get for the first roll?
For the first roll, a nat 20 for a total of, what was it on the D4? That was for a total of 25.
Okay. What about Syra?
22.
Okay.
Oh no,
What?
sorry, 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
Second roll.
Oh no, wait, it was way more than that. I didn't even add the modifier. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. You passed the first roll.
Oh, okay. It would have been like an additional 6 to that.
Yeah.
Brain is not here. Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Second roll.
What'd you get for the
For
second one?
a
Snit?
total of 27.
I'm posting these because I can't believe it myself. The second one, I also got a nat 20
Very
or
good.
25 again.
All right. 3.
Uh,
Roll number 3.
Typical snit rolls there.
Oh wait, no, that one was 26. Sorry,
Okay.
I rolled higher on the guidance.
Third roll.
Ooh, low this time. 18, thankfully, now that I can use my freaking
Snit.
wisdom.
25.
All right.
No
and,
nat 20, but a 25.
and the final roll.
Dirty 20.
Love these dice and how consistent they are. That's a 25 as well.
Okay. So, for you druids, Or for Team Druid, I should say, because Snit is not a druid. The first 2
And
days,
he will be now.
the first 2 days feel good. You feel like you're making progress and everything seems to be going smoothly. But in the final 2 days, you sort of hit roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Things not making sense, things not adding up. If different spells, different concoctions, all ending possibly in the same fate of Callie turning to sand.
High DC, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we were able to humanly possibly make those rules then. With our characters. That's unfortunate.
Poisoners.
So we got nothing?
You're at a crossroads right now. You're not really sure what exactly you would be able to do to help Callie that would ensure a 100% chance of survival.
Well, all right.
You've come up with a couple ideas that are 50-50, just like shot in the dark. But
Oh, okay. So we have a risky option.
you have a risky option.
Is it like a potion or a concoction or something?
It's a modified version of the potion that everyone drank the other night to get to remove the marks on their hands.
Okay.
Going off of what happened to Snit when magic was thrown into it.
Mhm.
Possibly trying to modify the potion in some way that would allow Callie to hold her shape.
Okay. But in the downside, the suspected downside is death, or just like there's a possibility of it being disfigured or something.
Unknown variables.
Unknown?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like she either goes back to being normal Callie, or see addendums 1 through 59E for all bad side effects that may happen.
Okay.
Poisoners. Your first 2 days were impeccable. You were able to start breaking down the poison, learning its properties, possibly working on an antidote. On the 3rd day, you sort of hit a rather large roadblock. It forced you to start over from step 1. But on day 4, you were able to come up with a concoction that wouldn't permanently cure Callie. She would have to drink this potion every day for the remainder of her life in order to keep her physical consistency. And at the end of the 4 days, the group meets back together to share their findings.
How's she doing?
Oh, thank you for mentioning that. Callie, what prayer were you actually sending out to Corona?
It was more or less just asking for help, asking for a painless transition into whatever the next step of her life is, whether that's death or continued existence. It was just her, facing the end and reaching out to her God in that moment.
Roll me percentiles.
That's a 39.
So, about an hour or so after your prayer, you begin to feel a bit of warmth on your arm where that the phoenix feathers are. Just like a very comforting feeling from one of them. Almost assurance.
That would certainly go a long way to helping to kind of put her at ease and help relax her a bit more.
And after 4 days of hard day's work, you are now in the grandmother, back in the chief's tent, or the archdruid's tent. All seated around a small table. The archdruid herself is not in the tent. She has recused herself in order to continuing to study that seed that Syra brought in, letting her granddaughter know that she trusts her to be able to oversee this task. What are you all doing?
Rojan, I have a quick question before we get
Yeah.
to that. Over the 4 days, I no longer am exhausted. I've cleared all 3 levels of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still paler than I was?
No, you've gotten your color back.
Okay. I didn't know if that was an effect of
No, that was
the
just
alcohol and the potion. Or...
That was like the combination of the alcohol and potion being in your system and you being extremely exhausted from it.
Okay.
But like as the days have progressed and you've gotten rest, you've gotten your natural paleness back.
Awesome. Thank you. Just curious.
How is she looking?
So where are we at? We've finished this stuff, and everyone's done making rolls, right? So
Yeah. So you're now at the table with your research and like your finished products and everything to discuss what the next steps are.
okay. So I guess I'd explain to the group and Callie that what we came up with is that modified version of the potion, and that there's a 50-50 chance of it working and another 50% or 50 chance of it working and a 50% chance of it going haywire that could potentially result in chaos or death. We don't know.
Thing is, though, this would be a good opportunity for me to continue researching and find a more permanent antidote so she doesn't have to keep drinking this forever. Because especially if this is similar to the scorpion venom down south, which is where we're heading, I think having an antidote would be very vital. A permanent antidote.
So sis, you came up with something that can work for now?
For now, the downside is, because again, trying to figure this out in a short amount of time with what materials we had, we found something that will help, but it's a daily dose of medicine she'll need to take.
What's it
help.
made out of?
It's made out of, well, like I mentioned before, you usually have to tie in some of the venom itself into the antidote, as well as some specialty herbs. I'll get a list together that we can try to collect throughout our travels.
We'll need to figure out how
Keep
much
making them.
supply we have, like how many days we have of supplies for it, so
Yeah.
we know if we need to make it a priority to get more supplies in the future.
Yeah. Something we'll have to definitely gather because it's something she'll need to take daily until I can perfect the antidote.
Guys, where'd you get how did you develop the poison? Can you keep developing it? Do we have that side of it handled? Can you teach Nyrix as well?
Well, in order to get the poison, we would have to have one of those scorpions handy. They are
Okay.
rather large and extremely dangerous to keep around as pets or in this case, nodes.
How
They-
much poison do you have on hand?
That's one vial.
And that one vial Nyrix can give us how many days?
You roll, so you were able to make 3 successes there, so we were able to make about 8 days worth.
It's not great.
No, but I believe we may be able to make an antidote comprised of more common materials with the progress that we've made. This is just the beta test.
For now. Yeah, this is, I think going forward, I'm just going to continue to
For all-
try and make it a more permanent antidote.
For all intents and purposes, it should work. Though again, there is no guarantee. Like, this is a completely new, untested antidote against a poison that has previously never had a cure. It could kill you. But the way I see it, you're dead already. So, not to sound blunt, there's little risk involved.
No, you're right. I am dead already. This is just to bring me back. I appreciate all the work that everyone has done, Nyrix and Gaius, you as well, but I don't think I want to have to take something every day. I don't
Only
think I could.
temporary until I can find something that will be permanent.
Give us more time.
It is indeed a temporary fix.
But here's the potion. And Sarah will slide it over to her. 50/50's not bad, but it's not great either. But if worse comes to worse, at least you have that to potentially try if you want. Again, the effects are unknown. We don't know what would happen, but it could work. We got very close.
Sounds like there's a chance that neither of these can work, and if the option is between having to take something every day and have this hanging over me every day until a cure is found, or take something else and either have it work or be in a place where I don't have to worry about it anymore, I think I don't want to have to worry about it anymore.
But the effects are unknown. It might not be just the end. It could be something changes you. It's the part of this potion is meant to change you, but to change you back. But the unknown portion of it, the part we couldn't quite figure out, this is all theoretical essentially until someone tries it, and we can't test it because you're the only one in this situation. So that's why it's unknown. Is theoretically it should work, but anytime you blend this kind of magic with this kind of potion stuff, natural ingredients, it's the changing shape thing. So we don't know what would happen. And Ruger's another factor that was hard for us to figure in. So I just want you to be aware that it's not just this works or you're at peace. It's this works or you're at peace or something happens and you're different. Want you to be aware of the full spectrum of this before you decide to take it, okay?
Yeah.
This is also a very short amount of time with what materials we had. So don't think that this is just your only option forever. It's just what we had to work with.
I know. It's impressive for such a short amount of time, and like you said, the little amount of ingredients that you had to work with. I think I need to ask Ruger. I mean, it's not just my decision, it's his as well.
That makes sense.
So Ruger, you've heard all of this. Which option would you prefer?
I am not really in so much danger. It's more if I were to try to leave your eye right now, I would tear a massive hole in it.
It kind of feels like you do that every time.
Yes, but this would be a physical change. You would have a me-sized hole in your head.
Doesn't sound very pleasant.
No, it's not.
Well, which option do you think I should do then?
Well, I'm more of a thrill seeker myself. I would say 50-50, but that's just me.
I think it would be smart to keep working on an antidote regardless. If this
Plan.
poison is out there, there needs to be a way to fix it.
Especially if we run into him again and he gets someone else.
Yeah. But for me, I think I want to try whatever it is you came up with, Syra.
It was actually inspired by Reiju's accident. It's what happened with Sinet. So, just thought I'd throw that out there. But that something good came from that, you know. Besides muscles here.
Muscles.
So, Callie, just you're aware of everything now, and Ruger is agreed.
Yeah. He's on board.
Okay. I really hope this works, and I am so sorry if it doesn't. We really did try.
I know.
And rest assured that message will get to your brother. It just will take a couple days.
Give me a survival roll,
Who?
Syra.
I have a good survival though, so I'm not too worried about it, but still. Just flat roll?
Yeah, just the flat survival roll.
Okay, that's gonna be a 16.
You know that the bird should have reached the location by now.
Oh, because it's been 4 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So it took 4 days. So I'll relay that to her. I'll be like, actually, wait, time's been a bit of a blur. How many days has it been now?
4.
Or
As Minako's like getting ready for her
Okay.
shift.
Then your message has been delivered.
That's good.
Yeah.
Minako will like motion like, could we just give Cal some space? I'm about to get ready and I'd enjoy not being distracted.
You're probably, once she drinks the potion, you're going to have to drop that spell, you know.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Well, let's give her some space. When you're
Cal,
ready, Callie.
When you're ready, Cal, feel free to take it and I will stop keeping you together.
Callie, wait. Before this happens, I just want to say, in case something crazy happens, that you helped me and my sister out so much when we first got to that city. It was so scary for me and unusual to both of us, and you were so welcoming, even though it was a job that was forced upon you. You put up with our craziness, and you were so nice, and we got dragged into all of this, and you've dealt with it so well, and you're stronger than you know. And just thank you for everything, and that I consider you a real friend.
Think of you the same way, Syra. I think of all of you that way. Even though it's been really chaotic since we all got together, I'm thankful for the time that we've had together.
Minako in her usual snarky tone, like I said, least worst out of the city, Peter. And she'll like smile.
You're not so bad yourself, Mina. You
Okay.
try to be,
I'm
but
pretty
I
great.
know there's a softie under those scales.
Old skin.
Yeah,
It will. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
It will step closer to Callie. Well, I really hope this works. But if it doesn't, just know that I love you like a friend, and you've been something that held this whole thing together and put a calming touch to everything.
Thank you, Snip. I know we weren't the closest before all of this, but I always enjoyed delivering things to your little shop, and it's been fun watching you grow up.
Too soon, Callie.
Might be my only chance. Okay, let's get this over with, shall we?
Yeah. Before once everybody steps out, Minako will have a conversation with Cal. Because this is very important.
I don't think anybody's stepping
are
out.
we
I think
They're
stepping
not
out?
stepping
I
out.
think-
Well, Minako
Yeah.
had asked
Not
them because
happening.
her concentration. All right, then we'll get ready for the morbid. She'll
Can I
like
have
lean
your
down
stuff?
again. She'll lean down next to Callie. If this goes wrong and it hurts, do you want me to do it?
20 and 9. So you got 29.
If I turn into something that I shouldn't be,
That's not the question. If this is causing too much pain,
pain I can handle, Mina, but living is something that I shouldn't be.
Which one is a 9 and
I don't
which
think
one
I
is a
could.
6?
And I don't know if I'm going to have the mindset to really make that decision for myself afterwards. So if something goes wrong, if I become something other than myself, then don't let me exist that way.
and she'll get up and when you're ready, and she has her hands next to, like, I guess she's like towards the front, and when she takes it, she'll pull her hands back.
Kelly,
And
can I get a percentile?
you sure
I-
can.
I would say everybody can see like Minako's like hands shaking like with her hilts.
$59.
Can you give me a D20?
Is
That
there
jumped
any
right
way
out
I
of the tray.
could have given her bardic inspiration?
This has no, this is
Okay.
What'd you get?
14.
And now 2d4.
Add them together, or do you want the rolls separate?
Together.
6.
6. Okay. So you down this liquid and it's very sweet tasting. It's sort of reminds you of some of like the fruit juices from back home. You feel a very soft, warm feeling begin to spread out through you. And everyone could see that Callie's body is like almost shimmering for a moment. Almost as if the sun is hitting the flecks of sand in the perfect spot to give that little shimmer. And you feel comfortable, Callie. You feel as if everything is going to be all right. And you take this deep breath, and then everyone sees Callie fall into sand.
Well, wait, like turn into sand?
Like turn into sand.
Syra just drops down and starts crying.
And about 45 seconds later, the bracer that she wore on her wrist begins to like heat up, like to a very bright red, as one of the feathers burns away. And the pile of sand that once was Callie erupts into flames.
Back away a little bit.
Was that supposed to happen?
Don't know.
Should we back away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miyako just like boulders the sand away, like in a circle away from her.
Wait.
Don't touch.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. No
touch.
magic.
And it burns for a good 5 minutes. This continual flame. And as the fire dies down, you see Callie laying there unconscious.
I run to her and do a medicine, like
Her-
look over her body, make sure she's okay.
Give
Is
me
she
a medicine roll.
naked or is she?
Yeah, no, like aside, she because Callie doesn't wear armor, does she?
Nope, it's all just like
Yeah, so
plain
her
clothes
so her
type stuff.
her clothing would be burned away. But
I
the
rip off
bracer-
whatever cloth or
the
tarp.
The phoenix bracer with the feathers is around her wrist again, and you can see that it's missing the third feather.
Yeah. Or I yell at someone to get something to cover her, and then I'm gonna go check
All right, go
to
ahead
see
and
if she's
I
okay.
drape my coat over.
give me a medicine roll.
Okay.
Maybe she's just gonna run and get her spare clothes if she has any.
15.
15. She's alive. She's just
she's-
soundly sleeping.
She's breathing. She's alive. She's sleeping.
What's happened?
I mean, she has those feathers.
True.
Those are. She told us about the phoenix feathers, right? Like, I feel like we've seen them and we asked her about it.
You've seen her use the feathers for various things, specifically for like, flying at Mach 5.
Did she ever call them phoenix feathers? I don't know if I ever knew that.
I don't think she's ever told you exactly what they were. You've seen her use them before.
Okay.
But
I'd like to look at the feather now and try to and bring Nyrix over and point that out and be like, I think it has something to do with this because she had two, now she has one. What
and
kind of feather is it?
both of the feathers right now are a charcoal gray.
They've changed, but they were red before.
Can I do a roll to see if I understand what a phoenix feather is?
Me too.
Yeah, both
Yeah,
of you can give me history or religion rolls.
Would people like me from being from the wild? Would I also have an idea?
No, the phoenix, it's like a phoenix itself is like still one of those like creatures of myth. It isn't really something that most people see.
17.
Yeah, she got better than me. I got like a
Neither of you know what these are.
11.
They're-
Okay.
Right now, they're just charcoal gray, like long charcoal gray feathers that seem to go like the extent of her forearm.
I don't know, but I think it has something to do with those feathers that helped or did something.
I mean, We did see them erupt and been burned, so I don't know. It's possible.
Maybe we should get her someplace where she can be comfortable and rest.
Yeah. Okay.
Reju just kind of shows up with Bernard next to her.
Bernard's
and
not there. You can't find
Bernard.
Bernard.
Why not? Why would he not
I
be
think
here?
Bernard
I
has not.
think I
You
know
have not
exactly why
seen
he's living
Bernard
there.
for 4 days.
Oh, he's hunting probably.
Yeah, he's on the hunt probably.
Yeah.
Snit will scoop Callie up and take her to her cot. Or if there's a bed available in the tent there, he'll put her in that.
And Sarah's just gonna sit beside her and hold her hand and just keep a constant monitoring on her breathing and her vitals.
When you touch her, when you pick her up and when you like touch her hand, Snit and Sarah, you feel that she's warmer than normal.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, Rich would just show up, clothe her, and then is she anything else?
I don't know, but rest seems like a good option.
I'll
Keep an eye
prepare
on
some
her.
water in case she needs to hydrate,
Sounds good.
and she'll go again, do more kitchen stuff.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
We should all get some rest, and I'll stay with her.
And Nyrix is fucking tired, so she's
You're
gonna
all pretty
go to
worn
bed.
out. You're all pretty worn out, either physically or mentally, from the past 4 days. Like,
Maybe we
Yeah.
could take turns watching over her. I'm actually pretty tired too, now that I
It was
think
my
about
turn.
it.
It was my turn to watch over him. Anyway.
Okay, so just keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
Make sure her breath goes up and down at a normal rate. If it gets faster or slower,
Sarah,
yeah.
I'm from the wilds. We got this.
You sure?
Yes. Good job. Go get some rest.
Okay. Any changes, you wake me up, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
First
okay.
things first. You'll see my echo,
Okay. Thank you.
and she'll give her a nice tap on the shoulder.
so everyone gets their rest.
Minako will say something to the unconscious Callie once everybody leaves.
Okay.
It's like, you cheeky little fucker. Out of all the tricks, rebirth is one of them.
So the rest of the night passes without incident. Each of those who are taking watch over Callie switch in and out every couple hours, but everyone gets a full rest. The next day, Callie, you awake with the sunrise, feeling amazing, but hungry. As your eyes open, your stomach gives a very loud, audible growl, like you haven't eaten in days.
Is there anyone there with me when I wake up? Like anyone that has fallen asleep nearby or something?
I think at this time people have started shifting in, because the druids normally get an early start to the day, so they've already been preparing in the tent and working on everything while you were asleep.
Yeah, Minako's sliding like Kramer.
Okay, if I can, I would like to just quietly slip out and make my way. I'm in the tent, right?
You're in
Not
the tent,
our
yeah.
house. Okay. Make our way, or my way to our house. So I know we've got some meat in that fridge.
Yeah, and
You see Reju
you're
come in.
relieved. You're relieved to see that as you exit the tent, the house is 50 feet away. They moved it while everything was going on. So
Yeah. I may do a couple laps around the house at high speed first,
you
and then go in.
don't have the strength to do that at
Don't
the
have
moment.
to- okay.
Like you want to start running, you want to start zooming, but that desire for food is sort of overwhelming.
Food comes first, then. She's just gonna, as quiet as she can, slip inside the house. She doesn't really know if everyone's awake or if everyone's exhausted or what. So she's gonna be quiet, go in, and just
Figured
grab
Minako
as
would
much
be awake.
meat out
Yeah.
of the fridge as she can.
And when you walk in, you can see Gaius is already up. And
I
you
would
see,
be cooking too.
yeah, you see Reiju in the kitchen as well.
Yeah, I mean, it could be up too. But
Yeah.
since she was the first watch.
I don't think a lot of people probably are
Yeah.
sleeping in today.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
probably up. 'Cause
Yeah.
Sarah wakes
Yeah,
up
so
early in the
you-
morning.
It's like Christmas.
You all see Callie walking in.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
You died. Welcome to your personal hell. And
So
she's
it's the
just like
same as my
smirking.
life then.
Please
I'm
tell
hungry.
me she's a
Get your butt over here then.
Yeah,
I've
as
got
you
the
should
plate ready
be.
for you.
Haven't
And
really
she'll
eaten anything.
You burned a lot of energy, I imagine, whatever that was.
A quite literal burn,
But
you
fire. You died.
Let
And
her
then
let her
you-
eat first. Let her eat first before we just
bombard her with
information
energy.
bomb her.
Yeah,
She's
Yeah,
had a
you
rough
s-
5 days. Let's just let her eat.
yeah. I'm glad you're okay.
me too. Fill me in, please, once I've got some food.
Okay, you eat first.
she'll just like slide over a plate of 2 steaks, set of eggs,
So
and
as the food comes in front of you, you feel a warm tingle on the side of your face as everyone sees just a spout of flame erupt out of Allie's eye. And now
Uh-oh.
this large bird is sitting on her shoulder. A combination of like these starry black feathers with wisps of red and white flame flicking off of it.
Ruker had a transformation, it looks like.
it seems he also has an appetite.
How are you, Ruger?
And he kind of looks at you. All things considering, I feel perfectly fine.
Do I hear that in my head, or
Wait,
does
He's
Callie
talking.
only hear it?
He's talking.
He's
You
talking.
can talk.
Well, yeah, I've always been able to. Wait,
Why
you
is
can
the
understand
talking?
me.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Oh,
first.
this is interesting.
What's happening?
The
Ruger's
bird's
talking.
talking.
And like Ruger is sitting on your shoulder.
I can see it. I don't believe it.
Well, what happened last night, I don't necessarily believe myself, but here we are.
So I'll describe to Callie what happened after she took the potion
And
and what we
Minako will-
discovered about the feathers.
We'll blow it out of proportion, as Minako tends to do.
Over exaggerate everything.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah,
of,
kind of-
instead of
Minako's
the little
commenting
flame,
the
it's a
whole time on the
bonfire.
side.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
Syra
Oh,
tells
like,
you
Between
straight.
like bites of food as well too. It's not very couth.
If it was. I wonder if. Fire. It was fire. You're sure it was fire?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
exploded.
And then your
Oh.
feathers went all
No,
that color. See?
And you could see the feathers are back on her arm. They're that bright, vibrant red and white.
Oh, they changed back to red again. They were all charcoal when it happened. Like
Just,
they had been burned up.
just like a phoenix.
A what?
A phoenix. It's well, I don't want to say mythological, but it's real. They're real creatures. They're birds of fire, of flame, of gold, of rebirth. When they die, they burst into flame, and then their new self emerges from their ash.
Wow.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
That's what happened to you.
So
I wonder
like,
if
not that I'm going to try it, but like hypothetically.
please
right.
don't light me on fire.
No, look at. I didn't even think about that. I can't light you on. I don't. That's her. The fire.
If you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say,
What?
As
It's
Ruger
I'm
hops
curious.
off of Callion's shoulder It goes over to like one of the pieces of steak, and you see him like breathe a little spurt of fire on it, charring it a bit more before he just grabs it and just like starts eating.
I put
Kelly, I don't think you're immortal, so
I
let's
don't think
just.
so
that-
either.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
That's all right.
We don't know what combination of things went right or wrong.
Oh,
Seems
can-
nice. Result.
give it, insight into that. Everything went wrong.
Everything went wrong.
Everything went
Is that
wrong.
Ruger talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
While the potion would have succeeded if I were not in Cali, I sort of acted as, well, catalyst of chaos. Hence why she fell into, well, a pile of sand. But he looks over to Cali. Her ladyship decided that you were best served here.
Didn't
Her ladyship.
think she actually. I mean, when I reached out to her, I felt the warmth, but I didn't know that that was gonna happen.
I'm lost.
Sorry. My people, we have a patron of sorts. I hesitate to call her a goddess, but I guess that's kind of what she is to us. Her name is Herona. She's a phoenix. She represents rebirth to us and mercy and sacrifice. And during the 4 days, I was kind of reaching out to her, just hoping. I was desperate.
Well, her and I brokered a deal. Hence why I've gotten the new look
Upgrade
as
and
well.
dog?
What sort of deal? You spoke with her?
Yes. I'm not allowed to say what the deals entail, but you're stuck with me.
Well, that seems okay.
Look on the bright side. No longer do I have to burst from your eye in order to come out.
That's good. That was really kind of uncomfortable.
Look badass.
I mean, that
though.
feels like that's improvement.
And you can speak now. Everyone can understand you.
Well, yes, now everyone can understand me. I've always been able to speak.
Yeah.
It's
But it
usually
was
the
always-
only the ones whom I reside in their skull can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sounds like this was a pretty good deal. Usually you have to give something up when there's a deal, though.
As I said, I cannot tell you the full extent of it.
Right. But you're okay. Everything's okay with you? You're not, like, hurt from the process or anything?
No pain whatsoever.
That's good. And Syra, you heard him. He said if he wasn't there, the thing that you made would have worked perfectly. So you did a great job with that as well.
That's good to go know. Maybe it could be an option if someone else gets hit with the poison.
Yeah. And if anyone else does get hit with it, you know, Nerix, you've made the
Nope, I'm hoping
temporary
to
thing,
perfect it by then, because if
Well-
we're gonna encounter those fuckers when we're down south, I want to
Yeah.
perfect it, because I'll be fine. You all won't be.
Yeah, I mean that's the idea. But you know, if he like showed up again tomorrow and got somebody, you'd have that on hand at least to help them.
Well,
How involved was
Now-
the potion making, by the way? Can I now know what to do, or do I need the conclave to?
You will pretty much still need your grandmother's recipe in order to make it. And then the effects that happen when you tweak with it, when you imbue it with another magic or whatever, that's all random.
Okay.
You pretty much make like a wild magic cure potion.
Okay. Then I'll say It's still not the best option. It's still a little element of chaos, but it's good to know that at least it might not have killed you.
Yeah.
I think Nerix's solution is probably the best right now if we can manage it.
Till I perfect it at least.
Hmm.
And Ruger, you made a deal and saved my life. I don't know how I could ever thank you for that.
Well, I can't lie and say that there wasn't anything selfish behind it. I saved my own life as well. Potion
Yeah,
did not agree
but
with me.
We're both here. We're both alive. That's, I think, all that really matters.
True.
I owe all of you, and for all the work that you've done to help me, and it all worked out. So I'll be around to repay that favor.
You owe us nothing. You're one of us.
Yeah, keep eating.
Oh, I plan to. I need another steak, though. Ruger took one.
Fine. I'll get one up. Bernard, get out of the freaking fridge.
Bernard's not here.
Sorry, Gaius.
Gaius
get out.
isn't in the fridge. Gaius is
He
overall.
just woke up. I figured he had the same thing that
Nope.
Bernard would do.
No.
Shit. Damn it. I was trying to do a role play, damn it.
Gaius and Bernard are two completely opposite people. While
Yeah.
like Bernard is very impulsive, Gaius is calculating.
Okay.
He's got more of a decorum and more manners to him.
Damn it. I was trying to make a joke about them digging in the fridge, Rojan. Thanks.
Joke fail.
Joke fail. But anyway.
If you
Yeah.
want, you can
Not
find
bad.
Simon. Simon's in the fridge.
Yeah.
My
Simon's
lizard.
Why is Simon in the fridge?
All right,
Because he
go
was
salvage.
digging into it. you
He's
see
like-
him, he's
he-
got some meat
Simon,
in his
you're
mouth.
gonna freeze in there, and just kind of passes
He
back.
does look
Simon.
a little cold, like he got
It's
stuck.
like just carry Simon back over to Simon. Like, try not to let him out again.
Simon.
It's freezing.
You notice that like his mouth is a little bulging. He's got like a grape in it.
You silly. And I just kind of cuddle him up. Well, everything seems to have thankfully worked out. This puppet master guy is kind of freaking me out, though.
Didn't your grandmother say that he was hunting around this clan?
Yeah, he's been following them around or something. I guess I can get more details about that. We should probably do that. And she probably wants to know how Callie's doing too. So,
That's true. Just
um,
be careful, Syra. The one thing that stuck out to me that day was that those puppets were originally around you when you discovered them.
how do you know that?
You poured a bottle on them, remember, and you freaked out.
Well,
That's,
I mean,
that's how we all found out about it.
Oh, it
Maybe it
wasn't
was
the
just-
puppets. It was him.
Oh, it was him?
Yeah, he was pretty much breathing down Syra's neck.
Ooh.
why?
Ugh. So yeah, definitely. I hesitate to say it, but if you ever need any one of us to go with you somewhere,
Don't worry, I
don't
got it.
hesitate.
I
You
need
got it?
information on
Good.
this puppet guy because we all know when there's killing need done, who better?
Oh, you are the best at killing.
Well,
I'll say that.
as you
Whoever-
say, you're the best at killing. The door sort of flies open, and one of those puppets flies into the room
Yeah.
and just crashes onto the floor in front of everyone.
what really?
Yeah, and Bernard walks in. He's like covered in like dirt and cuts and sand.
Well, good morning to you, Bernard.
Hi.
You
Hi.
you have fun out
Coffee?
there?
He smiles over to Callie. It's good to see you up and standing still, little bird.
I think she's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
On fire.
Good.
You are dirty.
Yes, I've been hunting.
Did you find him?
I know where he lives.
Good.
If you're feeling up for a little bit of a revenge.
Oh yeah.
My favorite words. Bernard,
Let me-
you should have known.
Before we head out, let me just talk to my grandma real quick though, because if they can like, was supposed to do a thing and and I don't know, maybe that might help if maybe it makes me more powerful. I don't know.
Right.
So that could be helpful.
Here, I'll go with you. I'll also see what information your grandma and mom can give about this thing.
Yeah, it'd be useful to know why it's following the tribe or what they think the reason might be. But Bernard, you know where he lives? Like, is it look like he's only gonna be there for a short amount of time, or?
Oh no, I found where he likes to stay long term.
Okay.
You're kind of scary sometimes, you know that?
Gary, it's impressive.
I have my quirks.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, Cyrus, shall we?
Sure. Anyone else want to come with to talk? Get info?
Yeah, I want to learn more from Mom.
Okay.
I'll join you later. I need a bath and then I need to converse with my brother.
And come have breakfast with me first.
Let me
Please don't
get cleaned
get a
up first. I
table.
quite
dirty.
literally smell like death.
Okay,
You know, I
yeah,
could
wash
just clean
that
the
off
table
first.
later, right?
And he walks over. He walks by everyone into like the common like the commonplace bedrooms that you have.
Yeah, Minako's not pleased by this as someone who's wiped out an entire camp. Who's had literal blood and guts all over her.
Yeah, you stained my couch.
Well, Callie, you gonna stay and eat?
Yeah, I'll stay and eat. I'm gonna wait for Bernard to get cleaned up and want to go for a bit of a run after I get some energy back.
Just make sure that you're feeling fine, okay? You take
I
it
will.
easy.
Yeah,
Resurrection
Kinda did,
can't be
you
easy
know.
on the body.
Did I
know-
come back?
it's weird. I kind of feel better than I
Oh.
ever have before,
Speaking of that,
except for what the DM's about to say.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yep, except for what the DM's about to say.
I feel fantastic. Ooh, throws up
I?
everywhere. Projectile vomit everywhere.
Why?
That's gonna be great.
Better
It's a
than
pretty
mine.
good roll, though. It's an 18 on the die for 21.
Okay, fine. Oh wait, no, this is your first death. You don't have to roll that.
Yes. First and
First
hopefully
death.
only.
Yeah.
Everyone gets one.
Oh, that's true.
But I haven't died yet, so I still have mine.
The day is young.
Yes.
This version of you has.
New day! New day! It's time!
Yep.
All right.
Go ahead
There's
and pull
no
your card.
danger. There's no danger.
Yet.
All right.
So
So,
Snit, this entire time you guys have been talking, Snit is not there.
God damn it. Shadow Fox, will you stop pulling this shit? I swear.
So what has Snit
Snit's
been
got
doing?
Snit's got a lot on his mind, and he wanted to keep busy.
So what has Snit been doing to keep busy?
He's been familiarizing himself with the village. For brevity, he's looking for some things, and he's probably working on his gear more than anything else. Now that the Cali problem has been solved.
Just like doing basic upkeep on everything.
Yeah. So, just real quick, are there any bags of holding for sale in the village?
There are not. There isn't really anybody there that would be considered technically a vendor.
That's fine. Just had to ask. And then I'm looking for a gem. It can be any kind of gem worth 100 gold pieces. It can be jet, like super common stuff, but it just has to be worth 100 gold pieces.
You see a couple of the people in the camp that have gems on them, but not necessarily anything that's like being up for barter or anything, or up for like just immediate sale. It's more like it's either decoration or it's like on a piece of jewelry or imbued in a staff.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I can find something that would satisfy my needs, then I would try to get it. But if I can't get it, then whatever.
Yeah, like you go out, like goes out and like he expects, you know, oh, this is maybe like any other town or anything, but is disappointed to see that there is no form of barter or anything going on. Pretty much, if anybody in the camp needs anything, they just use it.
So do I take that to mean I could just take something if I need it?
To an extent. If it's on somebody, no, but if there's something that you need for research, or if you need anything, it's like you simply just need to take it and let people know that you're going to use it.
Or barter with someone. Talk to them and barter.
Yeah, or if you see something that somebody else has and you want to use it, or you want it, you can barter with them.
Yeah, any of those work for me. The end result is I want a gem that's worth 100 gold pieces. I don't care.
You mean 200 electrum?
200 electrum, yes. I don't care what the process is of getting it. I want to be on the up and up about it, but I'll do it.
Okay. So like I said, you've seen a couple people walking around that have gems and jewelry and whatnot that would suit that purpose. Or suit that requirement, I say.
Okay, so I'd probably stop a couple of them and see if there's any way I could convince them to part with it. If they need any help fixing equipment, or
the normal question that you get from a lot of these people is like what your intent is for the gem.
I need it for a component.
Component for what? Most stronger spells require components, but what exactly?
I need it for a component for my spells.
Which spell? You can see there's a bit of like concern in their eye, as if they don't want to really give you a spell, give you a component of a spell if it could be anything like destructive or anything that would go against like what they themselves would hold taboo.
He would then explain that he's an artificer, and if they don't know what that is, explain briefly what that is, and then say,
when you explain that you're an artificer and explain what it is, you could see that you've completely lost them. They're just kind of like politely nodding.
He'll just wave his hands like, sorry. Well, you see, I can infuse magic into items, and in this case, I could make a little helper.
A helper? Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Really, persuasion? Oh.
Actually, no, just give me straight up charisma. Straight up charisma.
Question, Roger.
Aren't
some of the cards for Minako helpful to the whole team?
Some of them are, yes.
Because she did pull this morning.
You got to let me know when she pulls so I can.
Well, I said it, but then we immediately jumped to.
I didn't.
Shadow Fox.
I didn't hear you say it, or I would have had you do the draw.
Yeah, because I have the.
What'd you get, Snit?
If we're doing persuasion,
no, it's just straight up charisma.
21. If it's straight up charisma, then it's an 18.
Either work.
Okay.
Is they take the necklace that they have off and they just hand it to you.
Are there any services you require?
No, if it suits your needs and it helps better you and your friends, then I'm happy to be of assistance.
So he may be a big dragonborn boy now, but he still acts like a little snit. So he's gonna give them a giant hug for like 2 seconds and then dash away.
Okay. So Minako, what did you draw?
The beggar, and it's 6 and coin symbol.
I grabbed the wrong book. All right, so we're gonna take a break here while I go grab the right book. Because I'm like, wait a second, this is Tasha's. I need Ravenloft. So yeah, we're gonna get up, take our last break for the day, stretch our legs. I'm gonna get the correct book so we can see what Mina's done. And we will be right back. And we're back.
It is.
It is what?
Yeah, that pillow makes all the difference too.
Everything makes all the
Yeah.
adjustability. Just everything is amazing. My back never felt better.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi.
Good whiz.
Um.
Just the head sitting there. I was like, what the hell?
So yeah, that card.
Working on can. Yes.
It's working on it. Look, we don't need to get hit with a ban, okay? You said it was a 6 of coins?
6 a coin, the beggar.
The beggar. Okay.
Do I just magically become a millionaire?
No.
Damn. What a waste of a card.
So
The cards don't give you anything. They just
Don't know
Yeah.
that.
so for today, you said 6, right?
Yes.
All right, so this is a group wide effect. For the next 24 hours, any charisma rolls or charisma based skill checks are made at advantage.
yay.
So wait, if my spell casting requires charisma,
No.
making sure.
No,
Oh,
it's
skill
checks. It's
Checks.
things like the skill stuff.
Okay, because he said like charisma rolls, and I was like, wait, what?
No. So like, say you see a hottie daddy or mommy, and you're like, "How you doing?" You get advantage.
Oh, hi, Snit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What if Sire decides to try to take Snit?
Uh,
Hi, Snit.
I mean,
Gonna
you're more than
roll
you're.
off?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're more than welcome to try.
Damn. He said, "Not on my watch, sister."
That's okay.
Ah,
I'm just teasing.
I know.
We're all going after Snit.
Let them muscles. So, I guess we are. Oh yeah, I was bringing a group to go talk to Grandma.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
sister
Did
and
Snit finish
Minako.
his stuff? Was that all you wanted to do? Was get the gem? I think he's AFK.
I think he's AFK at the
So
moment.
I bet.
we'll just move on then. So yeah, me. Who is coming with me? Mina and
Minako and Nirix.
Nirix. Okay, and Zelark and Reiju are staying behind.
Yes.
Sure.
Gotta cook for.
Well, I'm just asking where you want to be, Zelark. You don't have to say sure. You can have a decision
I mean,
here.
Yes.
What a
I-
pushover!
My skill set isn't really helpful much right now, so
Wait, listening to information and giving opinions.
well, fine, I'll go.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
what a-
feeling
yeah.
real sassy today. Me as a player is just
Yeah,
like,
it's like
not dealing
what
with
a-
people's bullshit today.
what a fucking pushover.
I'm like, Weirds figure it out. Or Wiznat, sorry, not Weirds. So you're both of your faults for having names that start with W. Fine,
Oh,
both of you figure your shit out.
Oh,
I don't know.
sorry.
Oh my.
All right, so
Dang.
Sarah, Nirix, Zelark, and Mina all go to I guess Reiju stays behind, keep an eye on Callie and act as a third wheel.
She keeps just passing Callie more and more and more food.
Yeah, I'm literally just the cook.
You gotta cut
Yep.
Callie off. Like you got enough.
It's like, we do have to, ration
I've
this out
had enough
eventually.
when I say I've had enough.
I could just put you back to sleep, right? I could just put you back to sleep, right?
You know I could just stun you and raid the fridge, right? Fury of
Well, that's-
blows.
We'll call it a draw.
Oh,
Or.
the amount of
Blah.
staff.
All right, that's enough.
So we go to Grandma's to Rana.
Yep.
And if Mom's around, her too.
Why? I thought you said we're going to Tijuana, and I was like,
No.
what?
Y'all, we're
Rana
going to
is
TJ?
happening.
Grandma's name is Rana.
I know, but you said Tijuana, but the way you said it, my ear heard Tijuana, and I was just like, my grandma be partying it up.
We ain't going there.
Jeez.
I mean, we're in the desert, but
A little bit like,
Okay, yeah.
y'all.
Anyway, yes.
so go enter the tent. Is she and Mom in there?
Yeah, both her and your mother are there, and she looks up to you with a very pleased smile on her face. You can see that the seed is sitting in the center of the tent on that small table where you previously had met the night before.
Okay. Eyes clock it and then move away, looking at Grandma. So Callie's fine. The potion ended up, maybe it would have worked if Ruger, who's a being that resided inside of her, hadn't interfered, but she ended up doing some sort of phoenix thing, she said, with her deity. And anyway, long story short, she kind of like did a rebirth in flame, and so she's good, just really hungry now. So yay.
She smiles, giving you like a very approving nod. That is wonderful, dear. But we have a bit more important information.
Well, yeah, we wanted to talk to you about that puppet master guy who's been following.
We know where they is.
I don't know what you want to tell me about, but
Oh wait, Sarah, I think she'll reach out. Sarah, I think this is about your like coronation or whatever. you guys call it.
she says to Mina, we've got other things to worry about right now.
That is true. That is exactly what it's about.
Like, are you queen now? Or...
This seed.
Yeah?
It can cure corrupted land.
It can?
It can. I think I know what you have to do.
Okay. What do I need to do?
Travel down south into the wastes and plant the seed in the soil.
Any particular location in the south?
Your choice.
What is that supposed to mean?
You choose where you want to heal.
Well, what would give me the most, benefit? Would go the farthest? Do you have any ideas?
It has about 100 miles worth of power, so wherever you bury it, everything within 100 miles will be cured and will start to grow naturally.
I suppose if you plant it on magical ley lines, it spreads it further.
I would
know
not
about
know
that.
that.
So 100 miles?
That's give or take. That's what I can gather from it.
Okay, well that's good to know. At least I can heal a portion of the land.
You'll have to venture into the wastes, though.
Right.
And that's where we were going anyway, so it's not like it's out of the way.
Should I hold on to it though to make,
Oh yes, it is yours, dear.
I just don't know how to make that kind of decision of what part of the wastes should get healed and what doesn't.
Well, that's part of being a leader, making those hard decisions.
Right. Okay. And before we continue that discussion of the whole becoming a leader thing and what I need to maybe do, do you have any other information about that being the puppet master thing, the Zoc, or is that his name? Yeah, Zoc.
Not much aside from the knowledge of his very potent poison he seems to be using on people.
Why is he following the tribe? The
That
clan?
we don't know. He's just every now and then picks up a couple of us. And then they're never seen from again.
If you do ever see them, be wary because he apparently can take over people's bodies and turn them into these like sand puppet things. So
Yes,
if any
we
of our
saw
people that were taken come back, don't trust them.
we saw the one that Nerix brought into camp the other day.
Was that one of ours?
No, it wasn't. Don't know where he got these from, but wasn't one of us.
Well, that's good at least. All right. Well, I'll let the others know that you don't have any more information about it. We are going to try to solve that problem. One of our people found where he's been living, so we're going to see if we can. I don't know what the plan is exactly with that, but we might face him.
You
I'm
see,
a little scared about that idea, though.
anybody who has a passive perception above 11 sees a very not concerned look on her face, but you can see that there's just a change in how she's holding herself when you say that you're going to go after him.
Is that a bad idea?
Actually, I was kind of pondering it myself. Until I can perfect this antidote, it's more of us are just gonna end up like Callie, and I need to perfect this or have something that would help us go after this guy.
I agree. I was worried about that.
So as much as I would like to go after this asshole, logically it's not good. More of us will fall, and we don't have the materials to keep us up. We need to perfect this antidote first, if nothing else. Your potion seemed to have helped, but we need to be prepared.
Your grandmother shakes her head. You shouldn't go after him at all.
Why?
It's far too dangerous. The more important thing is healing our land, taking the seed down south.
Okay.
We have the information where he mostly resides, so it's not like he's going anywhere if this is his normal base of operations
We
in
can
the
do
future.
something with it. Maybe if we're stronger in the future, or
We
if
just, yeah,
someone gets taken, maybe at least we can get to them.
we just need to prep more, and I just don't think we're there yet. I know I'm not. We just need more time with this antidote and more time to prep for that kind of situation. So yeah, we have the information we need. We just need to do that later.
More importantly, how are the rest of us going to survive down south, Nurix?
Well, that's what I'm going to figure out.
I think that's gonna be me. From what I was talking to Grandma about, that has something to do with me becoming leader. I can help my group.
You'd
survive
have
down
that
south.
aura thing I think she
Yeah.
talked about with the necklace.
Yeah. So what do I need to do for that? To accept
Very much
it?
would like to not become more of a freak
If-
as he points to her scales.
If you promise me to not go after Zoc and leave straight for the south as soon as possible, I will give you the necklace.
As long as he doesn't take anyone into his lair, I won't go after him. Is that good enough?
This means the sooner you leave, the better.
But yeah, I will suggest to the group that we leave immediately, and if they say they're going, I'll
And they're on their own.
say I'll not go. Yeah. But I mean, I don't want them to go on their own. I'm sure we can convince them, right?
I think so. Especially after, I mean, just common sense. They saw how quickly things turned with Callie. What's going to
Yeah.
happen if half our group turns into that? That's just, we need to focus on other things first before we even go back to that. I'm not saying that we're giving up. It's just logically,
Revenge is best served cold.
it's not
No need
good.
to
Plus,
rush.
he'll expect it.
It's a good
We know
point.
where he is.
He might expect it. The only thing that worries me, and again, unless we go there, it's just not going to work. But the only thing that worries me is the rib. But
Yeah.
that's something we can reclaim later. But I'm more worried on how we are going to survive down there, because I'm still going to work on a poison or something, some sort of antidote, because if we have to be within this aura within you, what happens if we get separated? Everyone else is screwed. So I want to find a better way to help, whether it's something similar like this, where it's just a daily dose everyone takes. At least we know that's temporary, because we're not going to stay down there forever, or something else a little bit more permanent. Either way, we need to prep for us going down there, because I'm fine. I can go down there totally fine. It's all of you that won't be able to do it.
We know.
Is that like your mutagens, or is it just your training? That
It's both. It's mostly my training.
It takes years to get to where she's at.
It took almost my whole life.
what Hunter is? I mean, they're
It's-
not unique to you guys.
The hunters?
Yeah, you're super low right now.
Hard to
What
hear.
the-
Yeah, I was just like, what?
Man,
There you
I
go.
It's
literally
because
can't-
you're far. It's
Eh?
because you're far away from the mic. That's all it is.
Man.
How about now?
Now
Too
that's too loud.
Way too loud. Ass muncher.
There we go. Is that better?
yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to explain hunters. I get it.
Well, you technically don't, considering how the training that we have to go through to that to train our bodies,
There's
but
more than one school.
just saying that we trained our bodies for poisons and other things.
Different process.
More than one
It's
school.
very different.
Syra and Nirix just share a look, roll their eyes, and move on.
That is sad.
So all right, what do I need to do to create an aura to help my group? Or besides, I know you said, okay, I promise to convince my group not to go, and I will not go. I promise to try to convince my group not to go, and I promise that I won't go myself. Is that what you want? Is that what's needed? I'm gonna go down south and plant the seed.
I don't want any of you going after him, not just you.
I'd be more concerned about Bernard than anybody else.
Bernard I don't care about Bernard. He's sneaky. He can
Now,
figure himself
In
out.
regards to the aura itself, it's if you have one of those necklaces, one of those pendants on you, you
Okay.
should be protected.
Okay.
Well, how many do we have in total?
Not enough for everybody. I don't think.
Well, I'm also
There's-
legitimately asking how much do we have in total?
Rages.
have-
There's the one we got from
We
her
mine
name?
doesn't count. We have 5. We're going
Oh.
for number 6.
Okay.
Okay.
And out of character, wasn't Syra told that if she becomes the matriarch of this clan that it wouldn't be a problem?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, specifics weren't given, but
Yeah.
that's what was
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, we don't know the range of it. We don't know anything. That's here. Whatever.
Because
this point.
Syra brought up the concern of going down south and everybody being protected, and she was told it wouldn't be a problem when she becomes the matriarch.
We also know, though, that one of those pendants is like the symbol of the matriarch. So that could have just been referencing the matriarch wearing that pendant and
maybe.
being protected
Yeah.
by it.
Okay.
Again,
yeah,
specifics
yeah, that
weren't
could
given,
be because
but
it would be given to me. Okay, so basically we're told we have 5 pendants if they give me the pendant, and that would cover us, plus Nirix can handle herself.
So we just
That
have
would
one
not cover
person.
us.
That
One
I
of us
it,
would
no no
be
no.
out.
It would cover most of us. We basically are out one person.
Who?
Well, we have 5 pendants and there's 7 of us, but I don't need a pendant, so one of us
Oh,
needs
right.
one.
Your friend's one that seems to be pointing in the way, that should protect her.
Oh, that will work the same way. Okay.
Yes.
So we all
it's
are
a
probably
compass,
good.
but it's protection.
So then we'll all
No,
be
there's-
protected.
Yeah. Right
There's
now we're
still-
protected.
There's still one person out.
No, there isn't.
Three.
No, there's
No,
not.
we're three.
Because
I don't
Ni-
need a
Ni-
pendant.
Yeah, Nereus.
Gaius,
No, I know that.
Bernard.
Well, they
They're
won't
not
be able
coming.
to
They're not
come
coming with us.
Yeah.
This is their stop basically because they said they're
Mhm.
going to come with us as far as here or maybe the next city, and that's about it. Then we're going our separate ways. You really think Rojan's going to have us keep alive 3 other NPCs?
Yep.
Hell no. we're gonna get rid of them after a while.
Well, I mean, considering one's like romantically attached to one.
You can
So-
still be
What about the
far away.
pets?
Oh, pets are always with you.
Oh yeah. Am I gonna have to leave Simon and
Ollie.
Ollie behind?
That's a good
I mean,
question.
Oh,
Isn't
Simon's
Ollie
your boy
already-
though.
Yeah.
If I have to leave Chubster behind, I'm staying with her.
I'm gonna snap my fingers and like bring up Ollie and hold her up. Grandma, can Ollie survive in the south?
I don't know.
Ollie?
I haven't really taken a cat into the south, dear. I tend
Well,
to
see,
stay
this
away
cat-
from the
this-
south.
This cat
Ollie,
has
can
a
you
sideboard.
survive?
Would I know if reptiles, if there could be something to help reptiles, knowing that at least
You know
Chubster and
pretty much anything that steps foot into that land without protection is slowly but surely corrupted or mutated.
yeah, you're.
If they
I
were-
mean,
If they're like on me,
You don't know?
God damn it. Mom, can you please look after my pets?
you're gonna leave Simon behind.
I have to.
Sure. I can look after Simon and a
Ollie,
strange one-eye looking cat.
he's a little sweetie. Can I give
It's
him
also called that.
scratches? Unless he follows me, but because he does have a tendency of doing that. I mean, I'm sure if it gets dangerous out there, he already looks kind of mutated. Maybe he's even from there. I'm not sure. But Simon definitely shouldn't come.
He
If Ollie
becomes a
follows,
dragon if he goes
Ollie can
south.
come.
Well, like 5-inch dragon.
So you're saying there's a chance that if I take Chubster into the south, she could become some sort of badass
Maybe. Maybe she becomes like a
That-
pocket-sized basilisk.
sentient gecko.
That, or he becomes like a
Companion.
pocket-sized gibbering mouther, which
Oh,
a
a
pocket-
shivering mouth. Oh,
or a pocket-sized basilisk.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave Simon behind
Okay.
because I'm a good mommy. Ollie, again, if Ollie follows me, fine, because I'm not sure he might even be from there. But the rest, yeah.
Sold out.
So
Maybe
thanks,
we can find
Mom.
your guys' dad himself, and he might be able to help where to plant.
That's true. If we can find him, I hope so. Okay, is there anything else I need to do to like take on the mantle? I haven't really like, I mean, when you had the ritual for Grandma, we weren't really born at the time, so I don't know what that looks like.
We'll
We're
take
assuming there's a ritual.
we'll take care of the inauguration once you return.
Once I leave?
Once you
Return?
return
Oh,
from planting
okay.
the seed, this is your trial.
Oh,
Oh, great! So it's all on,
makes you happy.
on all of us to make sure you come back.
great. Okay, trial. That makes sense. I thought it felt too easy. I hopefully passed the person one. I did get my group to kind of talk to each other and stuff, so I did good there. I don't know if you noticed or whatever, but we're not all mad at each other anymore.
You'll do fine, dear.
Thanks.
Not on a fucking leash, by the way.
Meanwhile,
about-
Zelark is trying to separate Reiju and Callie from fighting each other over food in the house.
Like it's just turned into wooden
so he stayed in
spoons
the house,
galore.
Okay, well I guess we'll go back and tell the rest of the group and warn them
That we're
and stuff.
heading out.
So I'll say goodbye before we leave.
She gives you a nod.
Don't suppose you guys have any books on time magic?
Why would we have books on time magic?
Syra rolls her eyes.
Quest and
Good idea.
Chaos, thank you for that raid.
Hmm.
Or spatial magic works too.
It would just look
Mi-
over at me and
Mina-
go, it's different kinds of magic.
Mina, we have
entirely that
no-
they use.
We have no means for any sort of time manipulation magic.
Well, no, like I know it you guys is natural, but maybe you use time to help speed it up.
We would never change the fluctuation of time.
And Mina, we don't learn from books.
No, but you have to write down your knowledge.
No, we don't.
You just pass it on and talk about it.
Yes,
What if someone forgets
and it's forgotten.
that?
I mean, sometimes
much
the notes are taken, but when
Well,
we're
that's what I
figuring a new
mean.
something out, but we
that's-
don't keep full things written out.
So much knowledge lost.
If you want,
If
if you
you're not
want,
doing a good enough job.
if you want recorded history and knowledge, find a library.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Wrong with libraries.
Well, the last ones we've been to were rages and Gaiuses. No, I haven't had the best track record with both those individuals. Tend to stay away from libraries.
Yeah, I can tell.
So, let's go talk to the others, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's hope we don't die or become weird freaks.
So
Sarah,
as
what-
this conversation is going on, back at the house, not Gaius, but Bernard walks out of the room and walks out of the common room on now all nice and clean, no longer looking like walking death. He takes a seat down at the like the little nook and just like grabs a handful of food on a plate and just starts eating.
No, it looks like you've been busy.
I had to keep my mind off.
That's understandable. You didn't get into any trouble, did you?
Little bird, I am trouble.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Nothing that I couldn't handle. But
Good.
as soon as I eat and stock up and everything, I'm heading on back.
Why?
To put an end to him.
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, I know you can handle yourself, clearly. And I know you have many, many different ways of getting out of trouble. But I think we all have more important stuff to do right now.
Well, you do. We
Yeah,
technically were
but-
only traveling as far as here, and then wherever we went next was, well, a coin toss.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna be going somewhere soon, and if we're not around, then if you do get into trouble, we won't be there to get you out.
Just out of curiosity, and Reiju just kind of like at the mention of which city.
He hasn't mentioned any city.
No, like wherever they're going to be dropped off or
The-
whatever.
the-
The
the-
coin flip thing.
No, they're pretty much staying here and then deciding where to go from.
Oh,
Like, once everybody says their goodbyes and everybody goes somewhere else, they're going to decide where they go next.
oh, so they're actually planning on dropping off here.
That's what, yeah, that was Gaius' whole
Oh,
plan
okay.
to begin with, was just to make it as far away from the city as possible and then break away. Well, at least Gaius' plan was.
And Bernard's is right there at the table, right?
Yeah, he's right next to Callie.
Would either of you or your brother have like a map of the cities located nearby?
Why do you need a map?
Just curiosity, honestly, but also maybe tracking where we're going to be going next.
I have
if
no
we
map.
need to stop by a depot or anything like that.
Everything,
I can
everything
tell you where
that
everything is.
Oh, do you know where they are?
everything that I have, I memorize.
Yeah, I've gone up into the air a few times and had a good look around.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah,
I thought you were just clearing your head.
well, that too.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well, shoot, I wish I had known that sooner. I would have been asking you things.
I mean, I can't give you like details and distances and stuff, but you know, I can say there's a thing over there, or there's a light over there,
I mean,
that
that's
type of thing.
better than nothing.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good job, by the way.
Thanks.
The one thing I am a little concerned about, Callie, is that you really do seem to just jump forward.
Yeah.
Maybe hanging back just a little bit before doing that and making sure you know what you're running yourself into next time.
That's boring.
I mean, true, but safer.
Also, I think in a lot of situations you just need to go out and put one foot in front of the other and see what happens. I mean, with the whole puppet master thing,
Oh no, it's not just been the puppet master thing.
none of us knew what was going on there, and I think any one of us would have stepped forward to fight these creatures. And the lightning thing, I know that keeps coming up. It was just fun.
No. I honestly, I do think you're going to be able to do that.
Yeah,
Don't do
I
that
keep
again.
telling you guys.
It's like Bernard butts in. He's like, "Don't do that. You won't be able to do it."
But I did a couple times, is what I keep saying. Before I got struck in the face by a bolt of lightning, I dodged a couple of them.
Anyway, I wasn't going to bring it up. But either way, I'm just glad you're okay. You're one of my first friends from the city. I would have decided or started breaking down as soon as you turned to sand. And
I started breaking down too. Get it?
Okay. So you want to joke. Okay.
You can't laugh at
I guess
yourself.
that's better than, wallowing in self-pity and all that.
No,
That's good.
there's that too.
Now,
Yeah.
if I may butt in, you are more than welcome to come with me. You and your friends, if you feel the need for revenge. But one way or another, I'm going to go back to his location and paint the walls of his establishment with his entrails.
I really don't think you should.
But I am.
Does it have to be right away?
Sooner the better. That way he doesn't move.
Well, we should definitely talk with the whole group about that then. I don't like the idea of anyone going alone. And I know that even with your brother
No, my brother's not coming.
and
It's
your
not
twin.
just about him going alone. I don't want anyone ever taking any sort of revenge in my name. That's just not who I am.
Oh, this has nothing to do with your name.
You just said it was revenge, though.
Yes. For pissing me off.
For what he did to me.
That was a catalyst, yes.
I don't want any part of that, Bernard.
You don't have to. That's what I'm
But if
for.
you do it, then I will be a part of it.
Well, unfortunately, that is something you may have to live with.
Then I guess perhaps it's for the best that we're parting ways here then.
If you if you believe so.
I don't want to, but
I understand where you are coming from, Callie. I honestly do. But where I'm from, we handle slights against us and slights against our friends and family.
Can't it at least wait until we're done with whatever it is we're about to go do? Can't it wait until I'm back here with you, until we're all together and we can tackle this together?
We could tackle it together now. He's but a day and a half away from this will literally be a short little jaunt in and out, and then we can continue on with going to save the world, as you and your friends put it.
Let's wait until everyone else comes back, at least, and we'll talk about it then. See what everyone wants to do. And
Speaking of which, I
I don't
haven't
know.
seen Snit all morning.
maybe I will go with you.
Him and my brother are talking right now.
Okay.
There's
A
a few
DM.
a few moments later, so the after a while, the rest of the group joins you back in the house. Got Bernard already working on packing up gear and making sure that he's got everything and needed to head back out.
We're pretty much got what we needed for now. How you feeling, Callie?
Conflicted, but physically okay.
What are you conflicted about?
Well, I'm sure we'll get to that. What did you find out? What's the plan here?
Well, good news and bad news. We can be safe in the south, but we are to not go after the Puppet Master.
I relay the information that was given to us just for quick purposes.
Yep, I just said we are safe, but we can't go after the for vengeance.
I give all the
That's-
reasons why of what
Yeah.
Rana told us and stuff, like her reaction to it and the promise that I had to make, and that our focus needs to be on getting this seed into the
When-
wastelands, and for me anyway. And then Nirix and I have our other reasons for going down there, and that the other pendant is in the south too, right? So that's kind of what our focus is, and that
None
I
of
made a
you
promise
know where
not to
the other
go.
pendant is yet.
Okay, but we know it's in the south, so that's fine.
Yeah, no, we're just
So-
relaying what we need to do. We're
When-
not saying we
when
know
you-
where it is. We're
when
just
you
relaying the
mention-
information.
Rana's name, there's sort of a snort from Bernard. So it's here.
So what's here?
Good. He just like begins to you see that he grabs like a couple daggers and he starts walking out of that house.
What are you
Minako-
doing?
Minako blocks the door.
Mina, what are you doing?
What are
Old
you
person.
doing? And Minako's
That's a saving throw, right?
Yeah. I just don't trust any of his reaction, and then grabbing daggers and talk about my grandma. No, fuck no.
yeah, and
If there's
so
a
Minako's
puppet guy around,
That's
no.
gonna be 18.
Damn it. Okay, he passes.
Raiju's gonna run into the bedroom where you would think that Gaius and Snit would be. And
Entangle.
Natalia.
I'm trying everything. Anyone else want to do something else? Or I'm gonna keep
24.
trying shit.
I'm trying to question him, saying like, what does he want?
That's gonna be a 24 for entangle.
Fuck.
He doesn't really seem to be resisting or like, trying to put up any sort of fight. He hasn't tried to move Mina out of the way or anything.
What are you after?
One of his spies.
And who's his spy?
What did you say its name was? Rana?
What do you mean it? That's my
It's our
grandmother.
grandma.
That makes sense.
What are you talking about?
That Rana inside this town is not your grandmother.
But that's totally insane. She acts and talks exactly like my grandma. She had all the knowledge. I've seen her do druidic magic. A puppet couldn't do druidic magic.
Hey, Sarah. Gaius did say he could move their bodies.
That doesn't make sense that it would have all her knowledge and abilities.
Think of it as possession.
Think of it as that's what he's doing for Cowley now. Now that he has a piece of her, he can make a duplicate. Multiple duplicates.
That can have all the same memories, personality, and abilities of the person.
Yes.
Through Puppet Master.
This is
That's
why,
insane.
As he looks back over to Callie, this is why, Little Bird, I say we need to take care of him now.
Syra, you managed to get the necklace from your grandmother, yes?
Did I?
Yeah, she gave you the necklace and the seed.
Okay. Yeah.
And just kind of holds out her necklace just to see if they resonate.
And they resonate perfectly.
Is there a way we can tell if what you're saying is true? Because I just don't believe it.
He's the one who doesn't lie.
Well, I have, and he holds up the 3 daggers in his hand. I have 3 options right here.
What do you mean?
Are you really Bernard? How we know you're not the puppet?
Yeah, you're the one that went in there alone. What's more likely that
he
you've
takes
gone
the,
puppet or that my grandmother is
he takes
surrounded
one
by
of the-
druids
the-
with puppet?
He takes one of the daggers and he just slices across his hand and just lets it bleed on the floor.
That proves
would've been
nothing.
That would
Oh,
have been
you're
sand.
saying
They don't
That-
And
bleed.
the others
Oh,
had
right.
sand. Yeah.
Right.
okay, fine.
Fine. Then instead of going in there just want to straight up murder, why don't we just test that same theory?
No, I wasn't going to murder.
Nyrix, my sister does it, not you.
Sure.
Right.
I thought that, me doing it may have, would save you from any reactions. But if you wish to attack dear old grandma,
No,
Be
I'm
my
a blood
guest.
hunter. I have ways to ask for blood.
then be my guest. I will be there to back you up just in case things go south, but you have my word, I will not lay a hand on her until things escalate.
You better. If anything does escalate, retain only. Knockout or retain.
Yeah.
Why, if it turns out to not be?
We don't know.
We don't have to straight up kill everybody. We can
Well, no.
get information from
If it's
interrogation.
not
a
alive.
puppet,
I have ways.
Well, who's
What the fuck ever.
he kind of smirks and looks behind. Who's up for punching old women?
Allie?
I knew that was gonna come up.
Really? What?
I knew it was gonna come up. I only did it the one time.
And you got caught for it, so.
let's just move on, shall we? That was a good one, but no.
And Snit, at this time, you and Bernard are walking from the workshop. He's like, I could probably have it to you by
You mean you and Gaius? Because Bernard's
yeah,
been with
you
us,
and guys.
right?
I could have it to you probably by 2-3 days from now. You're muted
You're muted. No, not muted. You're just quiet.
or muted.
It was just quiet, apparently. I'll just nod my head at him.
No,
What's going on here?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
We
What?
fill them in.
Damn.
So we gotta test Grandma.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bernard
would-
says she might be a puppet.
I think it's ridiculous, but she'll understand if would rather my sister do it, and she'll understand after we explain it when we see the inevitable blood from Grandma. But she'll get
Fair
it.
enough.
She'll understand.
Remember what I said about
Guys, you said this puppet master guy has upped his game.
Oh, he's talented.
Is it possible that his copies might be able to bleed now?
No, that's the one thing he's never been able to nail down.
Well, let's
Putting
hope
any
that
sort of
hasn't changed.
putting any sort of liquid into a creation that is mainly operated by sand tends to get clumpy.
Hold up.
None of this makes sense. It's
You might
there's
not
no
even need
way
to
she's
cut
a
her.
puppet.
That's good information.
Yeah,
Spray her with
you
water?
might not need a cutter.
Spray her with water.
No. Who kept Callie in one piece?
You won't be able to do that, Mina. Unfortunately for you, he has certain safeguards around his better puppets that
Then never
prevent-
mind, you gotta cut the old lady.
Okay, let's just all just regroup for a second. And fine, we're doing just I don't know. Nyrix,
I'm loving the insensitivity of everyone right now. We don't need the whole crowd there. Just me, Syra, Bernard. I think we will be enough. Don't need to cause a stir. So
you guys can be nearby, but
You have your
Bernard?
rings. If anything neat happens, just give a shout.
Bernard, can you go in the shadows or disappear momentarily?
It's what I do.
All right.
Like your play, whatever it is.
Rojan, real quick.
Mhm.
When we came into camp and I snuck around and healed Mom and Grandma, were they bleeding at all?
They were bleeding at that time.
Okay. Both of them were?
Both of them had
Okay.
wounds.
would you mention that to us? I mean, we would have remembered it too, right? We would have seen the blood.
Kind of rushed over
Yeah.
there afterwards
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We-
grandma and mom were both a little banged up from the fight, but they were
Yeah.
still themselves. And you saw grandma turn into Triceratops.
Yeah. So
Eh.
that's why
Okay.
it's confusing to Syra. 'Cause she's like, I saw her do all her cool shit. What the hell? But if it happened after that,
Go. And I'll walk back over to their tent.
yeah, I follow.
Minako will just go be 15 feet away
Okay.
from the tent.
And like as soon as you step out, Bernard pretty much slinks into the shadows and does his thing.
I'm doing the Zellark thing and being like stealthy, like getting into a good spot.
Okay.
Before we enter the tent, I'm gonna turn to Nyrix. Do you think Mom? Do we need to test Mom too?
I'm already ahead of you. I was going to ask for both their blood.
Okay.
Technically, I'm not lying. I don't have their blood. So when I ask for it for future use,
If they are
Still
who they
sense
are, they
truth.
would give it freely to you. Okay.
because they know, I mean, it's just like what Dad did. If they're in trouble, vials
Yeah.
of blood, all that good stuff. It works both ways. So
Good plan. Okay.
see what happens. And I'll enter their tent and make sure that they're both there.
Yeah. They're both there, like laughing and relaxing in a couple of like the larger bean bags near the back of the room.
Okay. Well, I have some good news. We were able to convince the group that we're not going to go. Some people were very reluctant, but I think we agreed in the end that we're just going to continue south as always. But I think it's important just so we can keep in touch. And if we ever get in a pinch, if you guys ever get in a pinch, we can have a means of communicating with each other. So if it's all right, just as Father did, can I just get a little vial of your blood and I can give you one of mine? That way, if we ever need to contact each other, we can help.
Yeah.
Your mother is like, and I normally don't like to bleed, but I don't see why not. It would be nice to be able to keep in contact with my girls. Your grandmother, while I understand your need to communicate with us, dear, I'm not really in the mood, or not the mood, but the belief that my blood should be used for anything. Your father has his ways and you are trained in his ways, but my way, we sort of look down on the use of blood for magic or communication purposes.
Keep each other safe, though. I've never used my blood in a malicious intent unless it was for justice.
It's not that I don't trust you, dear. It's my beliefs.
Then how about just a drop? You don't need to give me a whole vial.
A drop, anything, that's still... You're asking me to break a taboo in order to remain in contact with you. I'm a little disappointed that my daughter is so freely giving it up, but that is her choice.
I'm gonna give Nirix an eye, like a look.
And I'm kind of doing a gesture with my hand. I'm just doing like a little twitch and hoping Bernard kind of picks it up as like, do something.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's just how my order is. It just bothers me that you don't want to do this.
So when you give him the signal, like, what are you like trying to like tell him to do? Like, are you telling him to get violent, or are you telling him...
I told him that if anything, if it's to either restrain or knock out.
Okay.
So I would assume he's a smart enough person in this situation. It would be a restrain because nothing is threatening right now.
Okay. So as you give that signal, you feel two daggers fly by you as they catch your like a part of your pieces of your grandmother's clothing and kind of like pin her back a bit. And she gives out a surprise gasp, and your mother is already up with her staff in her hand.
I hold Mom and go, Mom, it's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
Just hold on. It's okay.
Is this audible commotion?
It's pretty quiet. It's just happening pretty quick. Nirix
Yeah.
isn't making any sound.
But
And she'll...
everybody else. Okay.
What is going on? She like reaches up and she like goes to pull the daggers out of her clothing.
And I'm gonna come up next to her pretty quickly, and I just want to, if I can, grab her hand and just prick her finger.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... Let's make this a grapple.
Okay.
Get that +1 strength to work.
Okay. That is a 17.
A 17. All right, so you're able to grab her and you cut her finger, and it just looks like hanging thread for a bit. There's no blood or anything coming out of it. And she like quickly snatches her hand away and just, it's like holding it and like sucking on the finger. What are you doing? What's got it into you?
Why aren't you bleeding? And I say that loud enough for everyone to hear.
And echoes at the door.
What do you mean, why am I not bleeding? Do you not think I'm able to heal myself faster than you can cut?
Do a deeper one.
Excuse me? What has gotten into you two?
Bernard.
Partly after
And as you say, Bernard, another dagger flies out and just like embeds it into her forehead. As
Not
like,
what I meant.
as the head goes back for a moment, and it just like comes back up and is just like staring at Nirix.
Do we see sand now?
You don't see sand pouring out, but she's still functional.
And I look and I side eye over at my mom.
And
Something's not right.
your mom is like just pale in horror at the moment.
Mom, it's not her. It's not her.
Something's not right here.
Stupid children. And Syra, not Syra, Nyrix.
Me?
Yeah.
Other one.
That other one.
You see her mouth like unhinge for a moment. She spits like this green goo at you, but you're able to move out of the way fast enough as it hits part of the tent, and it starts to like burn it away like it's like an acid.
I try hold person on her to paralyze her.
Okay.
Potential high level druid.
I know,
And-
but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Just
Might not
like,
have all
just
the
like
same stats as
just
her.
like the other puppets, you're counterspelled.
Fuck. Mom,
I know druids can't counterspell.
Mom.
Minako uses
Hold her.
magnify gravity because she. Once
If you use
she heard-
magnify gravity, you're gonna hit Nyrix as well.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Nyrix is right
I'm next
on
to
her.
her. Yeah, I went to go cut
Well,
her hand.
That's unfortunate because Minako doesn't care. Minako,
This is true.
but it's a very low save. You could probably make it.
All right, what's the save for it?
Like 13.
Oh, Grandma made it.
I made it.
It's 12.
Yeah.
So you only take.
I tell
So
Mom
this-
to hold her. Does Mom do it?
2d8.
Like a mommy.
No, mom has checked out.
God damn
That's
it,
fair.
Mom.
That's fair.
It's not the time.
Get your shit together, ma.
I was trying to save myself spell slots.
That's
Uh,
fair.
2 damage.
Would I get an action coming in, or should we enter initiative so that we're not trying to pile over each other?
At this point, it's going to be initiative, but it will be initiative the next time we come together
Yeah.
because we have 14 minutes left, and that is
Yeah.
not
Oh,
time
no.
enough to fight.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be here in 2 weeks.
Are you saying
Me-
14 minutes isn't enough time to fight an archdruid?
No,
Minako-
14
Well,
minutes is
fake
not enough
archdruid.
time to fight.
Fake
Oh, no.
archdruid.
Puppet of an
Puppet
archdruid.
druid.
That
Don't
can do
give
all
this
the same
puppet
stuff
credit.
as an archdruid.
Don't give this puppet credit.
Plus counterspell.
Plus
Depends.
counterspell.
If it was taken over this morning or something, then maybe
At
that
least
would
it's only a
explain.
solo puppet, we hope.
Yeah, but a solo,
Yeah, we
a
hope.
solo puppet of an archdruid.
God
Solo
damn it.
puppet can only counterspell once a turn.
Well, the other ones could.
No, no.
Lame.
Mima!
Mima.
Why are you putting poor Syra and Nyrix through so much trauma?
Hey, look on the
Yeah,
bright
your
side.
Look,
The
you,
puppet has 2 damage already.
Oh yay!
So much trauma.
I
Well,
rolled really low on the magnify.
I
No,
mean,
it should
honestly-
have more than that because Bernard
That's
nailed
true,
her in the
that's
middle
true.
of the forehead
Minako-
with a dagger.
Minako's technically gonna do her 2 damage and then peace out because I'll see y'all in a month.
he did. Bernard did 16 points of damage with a crit. So
Oh, okay.
Thank
And
you.
then-
Yeah.
so
I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little like, damn, Bernard, why'd you go straight for the forehead? But after
Yeah.
witnessing the finger prick, I'm like,
well,
you
no,
know what? I
because
think I could be okay with this.
because like I rolled an insight check
Yeah.
when she's like Bernard, and he got a 1. So he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it
You
worked
meant
out.
to cut deeper, not fucking go for
Well,
a
That's
kill.
deeper than a
Yeah.
hole
Well,
in the
that's
forehead.
deeper.
Like
I
the
mean,
dagger
yeah.
is buried to
Technically.
the hilt in her
Jesus.
forehead. So you know that is
Yeah.
deeper.
Syra's eyes
Yeah.
go wide in that moment. Not what I meant. But okay.
Not exactly what we were going for, but sure.
Pretty
Sure.
clear that's not Mima now.
We
Yeah.
feel a little better. It's not really Mima.
But yeah. So 2 weeks. We will open up next episode with initiative
Yep.
and a fight against Puppet Grandma.
Not me. I'm
Papa
a
Grandma.
But that's not going to be the only show. As coming up, well, tonight at, I believe we're doing 7:30 Pacific time was what we decided.
Yeah, we're doing it a little bit later so we can accommodate some of the people that have to come in later. So yeah.
So 7:30 Pacific time tonight, we are doing a special episode of Behold Lore, where we are going to have close to the entire cast of Campaign 2 of Destiny Forged with us, as we are going to be answering questions and giving little lore tidbits about the campaign as we do our Campaign 2 send-off.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, we're coming back with another episode of Mass Effect. I promise I will be there this time. Fingers crossed.
You know what? Can I tell you something? Because you don't rewatch the VODs.
Yeah.
You basically fought a Thresher Maw last time.
I am so mad.
That's why I was like, you're not gonna be able to make it. Oh no!
I am so
It was a good time.
mad.
It was Thresher Maw-esque. Wasn't quite a Thresher Maw, but it was a Thresher Maw-esque.
I can forgive that because like he wants a Thresher Maw. Like,
because you guys would have been dead within the first hit if it was a Thresher Maw.
we're only level 6. Yeah, Thresher Maws are like purple worms. That's
They're basically ancient dragon status.
Mhm.
But you know, when the story is told to Brockus, it was a Thresher Maw.
I think
looks-
that's. I
it
think
looks
that would
similar
just
to one.
increase his respect for you guys then. But yeah, and then on Tuesday, we have the official start, episode 1 of Campaign 3 of Destiny Forged, which is going to be
Yes.
a relief for me because I have been sitting on all this information and I have actually been working that, I just want to start playing the game.
We need to set up our times with you to discuss starting off details
hit
and
me
all
up
that,
in-
Mine's
right?
right after
Yeah,
this.
let's like hit me like either set up a time with me or DM me and I'll just do a back and forth conversation with you. It'd be like preferred over the weekend. That way I know I'm not distracted by work. But they're going to be short meetings. It's just pretty much I need to staple down what exactly your character is doing, giving you a little backstory on the area that you're in or where you're from, and we can move on from there.
Yeah, when you're done with Zoro, hit me up.
Yeah,
or I'll hit you up.
Once I'm done with Zoro, I have to work, and then I can hit you up. Then on the upcoming Saturday, oh yeah, we also have another episode of the Chimera Collective on Friday, right?
Mhm.
Yes. That
Hopefully
should
the
be the
last
wrap
one.
up.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
will be the wrap up. Sorry, we
pulled a Sonata.
pulled a
It's
Sonata.
alright.
Yeah,
Chimera
I mean-
Collective
Fox set the
campaign
standard.
win.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tiara, we said last Sonata was going to be the wrap up, and it almost wasn't the wrap up of the wrap up of Sonata.
Oh,
It,
God.
it could have
we were
gone
like,
for
We
another
were
like
like-
2
take
hours.
2 hours.
Oh, it'll take 2 hours. It won't even take the whole thing. It took
We went over.
we went over. We went almost 5 hours.
And that was me skipping a bunch of stuff.
But yeah,
Hurts,
so we'll
doesn't it?
have an episode of the final episode of the Chimera Collective on Friday.
Yes.
And then on Saturday, we come back with another episode of Wayward Wanderers. So we have a lot of shows coming up next week.
Our holiday one shot starts next Saturday as well.
Yep, 7:30 Pacific time will be episode 1 of a sleigh ride through Raccoon Town,
Hey. Name drop.
which is going to be fun. But for now, we are going to head on off. We will catch you all at 7:30 Pacific time for the campaign's to send off of Behold Lore. So until then, have a good one.
Cause we're far from certain